hello. Let's see where you at, mister. Hey, what's up? Urshidea, Betis. What's up? Cheeky day of WarCraft 3 today. Second stream, actually. Still same clothes, same me. But sharper than before. Faster mentally. Hello. How much for a wink? 2 million. All right, here we go. Hello?
Hello.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
No. I was born ready. Are you ready to get your mind blown by my phenomenal orc versus orc play?
We're doing YouTube thumbnail quotes, I see.
No, I actually wasn't.
Are you ready to get your mind blown? I've been watching some of your games, man.
And it's okay. It's not perfect, but it's a world of difference with last week, isn't it?
I have been impressed by you watching Lin replays and copying builds. I just learned a new build myself yesterday because ever since I started coaching you, I thought I should go take a look at the meta myself as well. Because the last time I seriously sat down and watched the replays many months ago. So I've been losing to Elf. Last time I told you, I'm a bit gray on Elf. So I've been doing my own homework too. Found the Kodo Walker build. Then I checked your replays today from stream, and I saw you're playing the same build. So
it's quite something. It's good. It's so good.
It's good. Yeah.
You eat the bears. It feels nice.
You just eat the bears.
Yeah, you eat the bears.
Just like Twitch chat always says, just eat the bears.
Why did you just eat the bears? It's so easy. Yeah, Twitch has been very helpful to me as well. Lots of advice.
Yeah, I know how to grade the advice that your chat is giving you a little bit better than how you know how to grade it. And some of it is good, and most of it is good. Okay. Let's say 70%. And it's sometimes challenging to know which one shouldn't be listened to.
Yeah, it's very difficult. I feel like you can I'm getting better at it now though. So I think it was today I played a game against Talons. And then people were telling me to get the snakes on the Shadow Hunter. And I was like,
I saw that part. It was the Demon Panda...
Tinker.
The Demon Panda game with Tinker and Talents on the ice map where you were top left.
Yeah, and my first 6 minutes were really good, I think. And then the rest not so great.
Yeah.
But like every talent fight so far has been really bad, and they were like, "Oh, you just get the snakes." And I was like, "That makes a lot of sense." I never have energy anyway to cast Hex and or mana to cast Hex and what's it called? The other one.
Heal Wave.
Yes, Heal Wave.
However, Serpent Wards, because they are magic immune, talents cannot attack them.
Oh.
Which sounds like a good thing. But there's a downside as well. Serpent Wards do not see talents as a threat.
So you need the target fire.
Every single time. And I saw that you take fights front to back. And so all your walkers, all your heroes, whatever you have, it's all attacking Demon Panda. So nothing is dying. And then he has 12 talents in the back with full mana, full health. And he had a heal scroll. You were hitting one talent with Blade. And he just decided to heal scroll because he realizes, well, that's the best use he's going to get out of it for a single talent.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got a lot of work to do, but you've been making some improvements. There's a couple of things I want to do today. We got a couple of micro arenas where we can do a little bit of work. We can talk a bit about control grouping, micro, and approaches. I think we should start with some micro arena and then leave some of the more dry replay analysis for later. We can either go over some of the games you've played in the last couple of days or the last week, or we can make new memories together.
New memories. We make new memories together. I'm done for new
together.
Yeah, okay. That's much better.
All right, cool.
Because the progress, it goes so fast, you know, because there's so much new information with each game. I don't necessarily remember all of it at once, but because every single game is is a new adventure for me every single time. It is,
You're having fun even when you lose?
Sorry?
You're having fun even when you lose?
Yeah, I mean, I played 100 and... God, I'm so bad at math. 114 games. Is that correct? No, 124, sorry. 124 games in a week. So I played a lot. And I only play a lot when I really like it.
Yeah. And your MMR is at 1640, very stably. You've been at this MMR for a while.
Yeah, for 4 days now. Yeah, I've been here.
Yeah.
So
you're learning things. You're learning in terms of, let's say, breadth of strategy, breadth of knowledge, understanding. But not, you haven't propelled MMR up a lot yet, which would be indicative of overall more solid performances. And that's totally normal. There's MMR push periods, and then there's knowledge expansion periods.
Yep.
There's a lot you don't know yet. So some people don't get this, but you can be at the same MMR and still be improving a lot in certain ways.
Yeah, I very often notice in StarCraft as well that usually you go down a little bit first. If you're learning a new build, or you're learning a new concept or something, usually you go with it. Yeah, so I'm not too worried. The MMR is the least of my worries. I have many other worries though. There's a guy called, I'm not sure if you heard of him, he's the Demon Hunter. Once this guy gets the Orpal Venom, he's tricky.
Yeah, I heard you were kept away for a long time with an 80 pop army against a single demon level 5.
And then he got level 6 at some point in Metamorphosis. He had 2 Moonwells left.
No.
Yeah, it wasn't fun.
You need to bring a bigger army.
Yeah, it's the only way.
Yeah.
All right, let's do some micro arenas.
You will need to come on Battle.net.
Oh, how
because W3 champions can only have pre-selected maps to be hosted.
Pre-selected maps to be
only pre-selected maps that they have pre-approved can be hosted via W3 champions. So in order to do more custom maps, it's important to go to BNet.
Okay.
Where you can host anything from the map editor.
Okay, cool.
What's his MMR on BNet now? It's in my title. Oh, his champions BNet. Yeah, he doesn't. His champions MMR. He doesn't play on BNet. Let's start with this one.
Are we friends?
Harstem 1. Let's see if you can. Oh, we are friends. Yeah, from WarCraft.
Sick.
Hey, Grubby, what unit has the most HP? Should be a Mountain Giant 1600. And then Frostworm 1350.
Do I pick Orc?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
We will both be given armies.
Mm-hmm.
I think it doesn't matter. We'll see. We'll both be given armies. Type GG if you're losing. Okay, here we pick the race. Go Orc. Alright, so you're going to be on the right of the marketplace. I'm going to be on the left.
Okay.
And the goal is just to win. There is, from what I can see, no time limit. So there, you can't run away. I mean, I think it stops you from running away, like it teleports you back in. I'm not exactly sure, but the point is kind of just to fight. So let's fight.
I can't run to the middle.
Oh yeah, okay. So I think we both need to press start or something. Let me see. Maybe F9. S.
S.
Okay. Oh?
Oh,
Now I'm Orc.
no, I'm dead.
Okay. S. Oh, S is switch. S is switch.
So
So
C
first-
maybe?
You can do your compo groups now. Maybe it's C.
Oh, I paused the game.
C is repick.
Okay. Oh no, I picked the wrong race now. I'm sorry.
Oh, C is go to the next challenge. I think. Are you still Orc?
No, I'm a human now.
I think only I can control.
Okay. Yeah, or okay, yeah.
Okay, we're back to the start.
Yeah.
Right? Alright, it's Korean or something. Press G. Oh. Really? Only my commands matter, just so you know.
Oh, okay. Yes, that's
As the host. Thanks for the support. But
yes.
alright, before we start,
Oh.
okay,
Yeah, that is, sorry.
ahead.
I'm gonna destroy you now.
do you have dust?
No. I think you have to give a command for it, but I wasn't allowed to give commands.
Pretty rough without being able to run away. It's a bit unnatural, of course.
Yeah.
So if you think it's over, you can type GG.
I think it was over.
But then it goes again to the next challenge. But I think we can also go all the way to the same challenge. Just prick race fast every time. Oh yeah, this one, and then switch. So then can play it from the other side, and then I can try this one and see how that's like. You can try it from your side if you want.
Yeah, you just need to.
And then if you're ready,
Yeah, I'm ready. Do I still need to press G or no?
I think
Yeah.
so. Actually, I think we both need to do it. Yeah. Okay.
As you order. For the Lich King. For the Lich King. I am the yours to command. My patience has ended. And let terror
Now let's try again, you from the other side. But before we start, your thoughts on the matchup from both sides? Like the micro style, let's say.
My patience has ended.
It seems with Orc you want to clear one unit at a time.
Clear one unit at a time. Problem is, it gets frost armored and it gets coiled. So I think, in a way, the way that I see it, like every fiend that we kill is like a damage drop for the opponent. We need to keep it ensnared so it can't burrow. Of course, you didn't know it could burrow at the start of the fight because you don't know what tech are available. So no matter what, it has to keep burrowed. Depending on whether or not you have enough surface area around the fiend will determine whether you will have the possibility to do enough damage to outpace the frost armor and the coil. So while you're attacking it, you need to try to become aware of how often the coil may land and how likely it is that you can push past the point where you will kill it before the next coil comes out.
Okay.
If you think you can't make it, then you can stop attacking it, as it is likely unproductive to keep hitting a frost armored target with your whole army while he can keep it up 4 times in a row.
Yeah.
Right? So if you have really good surface area, like a full surround, you can probably make it. But if you don't, then maybe you want to target different things. So one counter to coil is to attack multiple different targets at the same time, but not 6 targets. You want to maybe hit 2 targets at the same time. By bringing them both to half life, then you can make him make a choice about coil, and once you see where the coil goes, you can start finishing off the other unit. Killing fiends drops enemy DPS fast, whereas killing statues drops their sustain. The sustain is very valuable. The very best undeads actually keep hitting BC, 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 which is the healing pulse, mana pulse on the statue, at the same time. So Happy oftentimes, while walking around the map, will use one statue with the effectiveness of 2. So dropping one statue, very valuable. Dropping the second, even better. Because it can give the most prioritized stat, be it health or mana, let's say.
Yeah.
So if I'm going into a fight and I think this fight could take long, the best is probably to kill the statues first. But if I think it's going to be a relatively short fight, it's usually best to drop a couple of units that can deal damage. Because technically the statues do nothing until 30 seconds into the fight. At that moment, that's when he would have run out of mana. And that's when now he will not run out of mana or get it back faster. So it's kind of like an investment in the future. Statue is the best investment in the future if you kill that. Whereas Fiend is the most safe for you because you reduce his threat ratio and DPS on you.
Yeah. Okay.
Click enemy heroes to see if they're a potential kill target. Whether something has frost armor or not, and depending on whether you have dispel or not, is going to make a really big difference. Whether you can burst something fast enough. So let's say if Lich doesn't have invul, doesn't have heal pot, and your damage is higher, like your blade items are really good, then you can try to go for a Lich kill. It's the best value, but really risky.
Okay.
And then because the way that Orb of Corruption works, it applies the -4 armor. So there's usually good value in pulling back a unit the very second it starts getting attacked by Orb. Because there's nothing more efficient for an undead to do than to hit something with Orb and then make sure that everything else is hitting that as well. There's no better way for them to max the DPS.
Right.
So every time you force him to switch to a new target, well, now he's starting on that, applies the debuff, gets damage on it, you pull it back. Okay, now he has to start again. It's not like Orb keeps stacking like Firelord Incinerate, but it still helps to force him to retarget all the time. It's action pressure on him.
Okay.
And because you equipped in this challenge with a heal scroll and heal wave, we also want to make max use of those. So if we momentarily move units away and then make them come back, then we can get greater value on heal scroll and heal wave.
Okay.
Let's go to another map. Unless you want to play more missions.
I'm not
There's
doing another
another-
one. I don't care.
Yeah. Let's see. Can we get the same matchup again? Yeah. Let's try this one more time, where I'm the undead and you're the orc.
Use my power.
What task is there? I am yours. What task is there? Yes. Oh, I am yours. Need yes, Lord. Hey. Oh.
Who do I kill
Yes,
first?
chieftain. I am yours. Yes, yes, Lord. Excellent choice. Word task is there. Yes, oh, take the money. Word task is there. Say the word. Yes, Lord. I am your one. Time is here. Oh, I am yours. Word task is there. I am you and the king. Yes, Lord. I am yours. Oh, yes, Lord. Excellent choice. Yes, excellent raid. Oh, task is there. Yes, Lord. Oh, I am yours. Word task is there. I am zero and obey. Ice. Word task is there. I am yours. Oh, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. I am yours. Oh, yes. Word task is there. Oh. Word task is there. I am yours. Yes, Lord. Take my raid. Yes, Lord. Word task is there. Oh. I am yours. I am yours. Oh. Excellent. Take my raid. Word task is there. Yes, Lord. I am yours.
Oh, you tricked me. You won.
The oldest trick in the book.
You just flashed.
Yes, Lord.
Let's go to a micro arena. So another one, Harstem 2. What was your control groups? I am curious.
I think I just put everything in one, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
I am yours.
I think I should have probably put my raiders in 2.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Lin usually puts all of those together in one group, but that's because he has extra unit types as well. In this one, I usually do grunts, heroes in 1, and then raiders and Kodo in 2. I put the raider Kodo together because both of them have bonus damage against unarmored, like casters.
Yeah.
Kodo does piercing, raider siege.
Are you hero and obey? I am yours.
This one is pretty cute, actually, Harstem 2. He got the Kodo bug. Oh yeah, I should tell you about the Kodo bug. We'll do this micro arena and then we'll go for a ladder game.
But wait, what is the micro arena? Do I need to leave this game?
Yeah, game name Harstem 2. Kodo bug is where Kodo tries to devour and misses, and then stands still, immobile, and idle forever. So if you miss your devour, Kodo will do nothing until you give him a new command, basically. He won't even auto attack.
Oh, really?
He'll just stand there phased.
It's not a good move.
It's not good. Guys, you can join this as well. This is a multiplayer. No human versus computer in this map. This is a multiplayer one, if you like to join. No, I mean he devoured and tried to attack a unit, and it move commanded into it. You mean he didn't eat the fiend?
I ate a fiend.
Yeah, I think he ate a fiend.
Absolutely.
Anyway, you should still know this. If you miss a devour, Kodo won't do anything.
Okay.
So usually what I do is I devour a target, and then I shift devour like 10 more times. That way it will go chomp, 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 chomp every time it misses. Yeah,
Okay.
you can do it very fast, right? Tick, 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 tick.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can do devour and then shift a move, right? Just make sure that something follows up, because he'll stand there not auto-attacking.
Yeah. Okay.
He had Kodo with main army hotkeyed and attack a unit, and instead of attacking the army, move commanded. That's the Kodo bug. Yeah, there is a Kodo bug. There's another Kodo bug that Starbuck is talking about. Having a Kodo inside your main army creates inaccuracy in right-clicking enemy units.
Okay.
It's very strange. I don't have the exact science, but if you're not using a left click, you are more likely to do a move command into the enemy rather than a correct right click attack command.
Okay.
The Kodo has like a big body size, and because of that, your targeting reticle changes a bit. I can't explain it too well, but I just know that it is a bad idea to have Kodo as part of your main group that is performing surrounds.
Okay.
and it's better to use a left click when there's a Kodo in your group. It's kind of a jank.
Okay.
You know this, right, Chanji? You agree about this? Like anyone that's played a lot of Orc will figure this out eventually. It's a very old. I mean, it's a bug. It's a gameplay. It's always been part of the game, like since the game came out.
Feature.
Yeah, I don't know if it's about turn rate or his collision size. It's just known. Don't try to right-click enemies with a Kodo in your Grunt hero group. That's it.
Okay.
All right, cool. This is a multiplayer micro arena, so that you can kind of. Obviously, not everyone is a pro in this game. You can kind of play a wide variety of scenarios. Can be quite useful for micro because in real games we're not always microing. This map is quite nice. Humans always face human opponents. The best players are matched with each other, so it's even with skill-based matchmaking. Every player can use suicide to kill himself. I like the lack of hacks. Like no hacks were given in early Warcraft 3 map making. Does this apply to MG as well? It's possible, but I haven't played with them as much.
Aye, I'm coming through.
Okay, it's you against me.
Wait till you see me in action.
MK man, MK
Give me
footies.
something to do. Move it.
Yes,
Out of my way. Move it.
What do you need?
Interesting.
Aye. I'm coming through. Out of my way. Brilliant. Out of my way. I'm coming through. Brilliant. Move it. I'm coming through. Brilliant. Out of my way. Move it. Move it. Brilliant. Out of my way.
Oh.
Wait till you see me in
On my
action.
way. Let
Give
me
me
out.
something
What
to
do you
do.
need? Right.
Peon! I'm coming through. I'm coming through. Brilliant. I'll run up through. Death for you.
Say the word. I know.
Give me something to do. Aye. Wait till you see me in action. Out of my way.
Say the word. Of course.
Aye.
What do you need? I'm in order. Yes, my liege. What do you need?
Wait till you see
Orders.
me in action.
Say the word.
Give me something to do.
Yes, my liege. Right. Orders. On my way.
Wait till you see me in action. Move it. Brilliant.
Say the word. Of course.
Technically ahead. You got more footies.
Attack! I'm in attack!
What's that?
Yes, my liege.
Aye. Out of my way. Move it.
What do you need? Right. Of
Give me
course.
something to do.
Say the word. I, my lord. Right.
Aye. I'm coming through. Move it. Out of my way.
You can type minus suicide if you don't believe in the outcome anymore.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, you guys get to fight in the middle?
Wait, how come I get an infernal? Oh, they gave the map maker an infernal. Only I got it. Wait, where are my other towers? Oh, there's a bunch of towers on top of each other. Jesus. I like it when map makers make these maps to rig them in favor of themselves. I think he's talking to you.
That'd be wild if you watch it every night. 'Cause I don't stream at night.
He watches your votes.
Okay.
It's always weird. I can't say anything because he didn't say my name. So he might be talking to someone else, and then I'll be arrogant.
Yeah. True.
It's so you can go finish off AFKers and stallers. Yeah, exactly. Like this one, purple has no chance. It makes sense actually.
See me in action.
Okay, we're on the bottom side.
Thank you, Harstem. See, he's talking to you.
Well, there it is. Nature.
My pleasure, boys.
Restless.
Who's this?
The
Burn
time
Master.
is now. Is there danger? Command me, so shall it be. Command me. The time is now. Nature is restless.
On your mark, sing.
Nature is restless.
Hey, Force of Nature still costs 125 in this map.
Time is Is there
On your
danger?
mark,
Neither fear threatens the wise. For Kalendor, the time is now. Is there danger? Command me.
Oh, daytime.
Is restless.
walk away.
Command
That sound. Halo defeated. Undead. With no units lost. Yo, you went Thorns? See? That's, I'm gonna look at the stats. Who's winning this? Oh, yes, Entangle. 3 armor against 4 armor.
Does the Thorn
Average-
aura do anything?
No. 25 damage against 27 damage. HP lead. Do I still have Infernals? Not this time. Maybe because I died. He's trying to buy time for Feral Spirits. It's probably still at 75 in this map.
Oh, there we go. Stressful game.
Stressful?
Yeah.
Watch out.
Oh, my phone.
Your orc now, good.
It is certain. Of course.
What you want?
Seeing is believing. I see.
What you want?
It is certain. Watch out. Strike. My eyes are open.
Attack! Time after time. What you want? Oh, what you want?
Look out.
Technically, this might be a valid strategy by Alfie. If I haven't got any wolves or hero, then won't Keeper just kite the hell out of me? He lost 6 archers for a Farseer. I mean, I don't know if he can kite this many grunts this long. That feels like a lot of grunts. Can do body blocks.
There's no way he gets out of there.
Did you win?
Yeah,
Yeah.
both sides.
Nice. This guy right-clicked my hero.
I see.
You almost had Keeper surrounded. Yeah, I saw that.
Give me something to do. Brilliant. I'm coming through. Move it. Aye. Peons. Brilliant.
Orders.
I'm coming through. Wait till you see me in action. Give me something to do.
On my way. Right.
Wait till you see me in
Say
action.
the word. On my
Give
way.
me something to do. Put him away.
Ooh.
Yes, my liege. You need. Yes, my liege. Say the word. You need. Orders. Aye, my lord. Aye, my lord.
Give me something to do.
Orders. Say the
Aye.
word.
Death comes for
You
you.
need. Right.
Wait till you see me
Yes,
in
my
action.
lord. Of course. Orders.
Wait till you see me in action.
Say the word.
Aye. What's
You
that?
need. On my way. Yes, my liege.
Give me something to do.
Yes, my liege. Say the word. Aye, my lord. You need.
Give me something to do.
Say the word. Orders. To arms! You need. Yes, my liege. On my way. Right. What do you need? Of course.
Wait till you
yes,
see
my
me in
liege.
action.
Say the word.
I'll put him through. Aye. I'm coming through. Put him away. Brilliant. Move it.
Orders.
Aye.
Say the word.
Wait till you see me
Yes,
in
my
action.
liege. What do you need?
Give me something to do.
Orders. Yes, my liege. Let
Give me something to do.
say the word. On my way. To arms! Right.
You went clap bash or clap ult?
Death
Clap back.
for you. I'm coming
Nice.
through.
Orders. Aye, my lord. Say the word. Yes, my liege. Let me you need. Of course. Of course. Right. On my way. Aye, my lord.
Break through the gate.
Till you see me in action.
Orders. Yes, my liege. Say the word.
Is this the mini game where you get to choose your best X-Food comp? No, this is escalating challenges. 24 micro duels in a row. Which might be a bit much. I think we should get the ladder soon.
Of course.
Maybe do another orc matchup.
Wait till you see me in action.
24 rounds. This is the kind of custom maps that melee players like.
Brilliant.
True.
Put him away. Down. Put him away. Move it.
Wait, why is there still one beetle? Oh, okay, it's over.
I have heard the summons. Indubitably, My might cannot be matched. I'll consume the living and the dead. Rest in me, I say. Time is fleeting. Speak.
This is old patch. Only one beetle.
How many beetles do you get now?
2 per summon.
Really?
Yeah, it used to be 5 times 1, and now you get 2 times 3, so 6 total. Pretty cool change. I love those sounds.
Time is fleeting.
This guy's just gonna keep running around, I think.
He's waiting for Bolt. Does he have Bolt Bash? Or
Oh, yes, Clap Bash.
Clap Bash?
Cannot be.
I don't think he's gonna get it, though.
No.
Awaits.
I went for Carapace and Beetle.
Yeah, I went Impale Beetle, so I got double Impale, then double Beetle. Because the spikes is like, he has to hit you in order to get value out of it, which is why would he hit you over ghouls?
Yeah, it makes no sense. I regretted it.
But you win.
Yeah.
Time is fleeting. I'll consume the living and the dead. My might cannot be matched.
Master?
I am yours.
Oh, now we're talking.
Yes. Yes.
This is old mirror image, by the way. It doesn't have damage.
Okay,
Are you
not
hero
too late.
and obey? Oh, I am yours.
That's too late for both of us, I think.
Task is there. Yes. Yes, Lord. Oh, excellent. Yes, Lord. Oh, are you hero and obey? Yes. What task is there?
Doctor.
I am yours. Oh, yes.
What do you want?
I am yours. Excellent. What task is there? Yes, Lord. Oh,
Mobile Doctor.
yes, Lord. Are you hero and obey? Yes.
Doctor. Doctor. Mobile Doctor. Time.
I am yours. What task is there? Excellent. Yes, Lord. Oh, yes. What task is there?
What do you want?
I am making my grave. Oh,
Doctor. Double. Doctor. Master.
what task is there? Excellent choice. Hey, are you hero and obey?
What do you want? Double. Time. Yes. Mobile. What do you want?
Yes, Lord. I am yours.
Doctor. 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 Mobile double. Yes.
What task is there?
Master. Doctor.
Oh,
Yes. Mobile double.
I am yours.
Nice.
Nice. I think we're gonna meet.
Yes, Lord.
It's you
Yes,
against
Lord.
Velo or me.
I am yours. Oh, what task is there?
Doctor.
Oh, hey, excellent choice. Are you hero and obey? I am yours. Yes. Hey, excellent choice. Yes. Yes, Lord.
You can kill people? Really? Okay.
Anadoranador. Doranekal. The time has come. Command me. We must act.
What is
My
nature's call?
blade thirsts.
Are we being invaded?
We must
Hi.
act quickly.
there
Your
trouble?
blood.
Make a heavy beam, baby. Standing in
Well, how is human supposed to win this?
Play better. Skill issue.
Probably.
Hi. Seek your mind. Standing guard. Pray. My
So
You managed to win it now.
the moment that Archmage dies, he can just guide the elementals till they run out.
Can you body block him or no? No, Elemental's
try.
not so nimble.
Oh,
You can get one more Elemental? I guess there's no point anyway.
yeah. What?
Oh, that's lame.
That's not fair.
Yeah. Busted.
Every single elf won.
What is it now?
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of messed up.
Get on with it.
help
Anyway,
me.
let's go some ladder games. Thanks for playing, guys.
You require my assistance?
I don't want to run the risk to be the first elf to lose. I want to watch you play ladder.
All right.
It was your turn to win. I know. There was nothing to win. That's how I am. There's nothing to win. Everyone already did it. It's not special.
Thanks for the raid, Wardy.
Okay. Discord, share after you find game, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's do a quick little prep first
Yeah.
to understand your meta and your goals. Should we do a kind of communal chat, maybe like in Discord or something?
A communal chat?
Like to kind of write down the plans and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. So this I'm showing our chat. I think it's fine. So orc versus human. Obviously, you had my notes
Yeah.
from before. So let's ask: in what way have you deviated from the notes before?
Well, if I deviate from the notes, it's often accidental.
Okay.
Against Elf, I played a little different. I played
The Walker Kodo thing.
with earlier headhunters.
Well, let's say like this: do you have any questions about any of the 4 matchups? Big burning questions before we get started.
Human.
Human.
Yeah.
Okay. I heard you say you feel human is the best race in your streams.
Yeah, it's more than a feeling. It's it's
just
stronger than a feeling.
I was noticing there was a game where you were against a human on Echo Isles.
Mhm.
They did Archmage 3 harass. You said something not super complimentary about the way he was microing. Like he was just shoving everything in your face, in your base. You got a lot of XP from the units. Oh, it's the game with Griffins. I was watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there was no follow-up push with Sorceress and Priest, knew it's going to be Griffins. You ended up getting some bats. The problem is, he got Paladin level 3, and Mountain King 2, Archmage 4. You were 4-4 or something, and you couldn't punch through the Griffins anymore.
Yeah.
So you can lose to the Griffins, you can lose to Riflecaster, you can lose to Masscaster, you can lose to Tier 1 Expo, all kinds.
Yeah. I'm very flexible in losing to human.
Okay, that's nice. You found many different ways of playing. This is good. We can work with that.
And
we're gonna
actually,
do
I have talents in like specifically. My versus elf, actually, now that I figured out that you can build Kodos to eat the bears, it has improved a lot. But the talents, I don't quite understand exactly what I'm supposed to build, and I don't quite understand what my goals are in the fight.
You said that you searched Grubby talents and I lost on YouTube.
Yeah, you lost your Shadow Hunter to creeps in that game.
Yeah, but Come on, dat kan toch niet? That's not normal.
Yeah, it's not normal. I had one game. I was like, all right. Last night I played a game against Talents. I lost. I think it was the last game before I went to bed. And then I was like, okay, I can't go to bed like this without knowing how to beat it. So I was like, I'll watch a video. The first game wasn't even the talent game. You just ate this guy alive. It wasn't close. He complained about moonwells or something and flamed you. Or that was at the start of the next game. And then you lost your hero to creeps and he beat you with talents. Yeah. Pure pain.
I have a replay here against Talents.
Okay.
If you want to see it. I'm streaming it on Discord.
This is from 2004. I can count the pixels.
2006.
Okay.
This is 240p. It's already more than 144.
Jeez, I think I'm good.
So basically, just to get an idea of it, this was demons, 6 archers, beastmaster. I go blade TC, and you can see obviously what units I have here.
Can I?
Do you see that?
I think you have a berserker. I think I see a raider.
Yeah. And
Is
in
that
this game,
that's the blade master, right? You have.
yeah, blade TC, raider, troll, berserker.
Right.
And the timing of this is before the first talent. These days they can do 1 archer, 3, 5, 6. It can depend a lot. But like early fights when your first ensnare comes out should be pretty good to take fights. Shave off a couple of talents. They are basically struggling a little bit with Moonwell juice sometimes. If you can make your heal salves count and empty his Moonwells, then eventually it can get to a point where you're 50 pop and they're like 42 pop and they got Cyclone, but you've shaved off 1, 2, 3 units and he's a bit lower on Moonwell juice. It still doesn't usually mean you want to push into their base, but at least you got map control. So you want to be able to be the one that gets the heal scrolls, and you want to be the one that makes sure that he doesn't just creep equally as you. So hero levels are a really big problem, but you can have a little bit higher hero levels than them, because during the period where they are not quite at Cyclone yet, you should be the upper dog. Heal scrolls are important. This style here is with Blade and TC with Shockwave. So Shockwave is the main way to kill Talents, and the second way is Raider and Berserker. And Walkers also do decent damage on Talents. But if you play with Shadowhunter and Snakes, it's very important to constantly retarget the Snakes on the Talents. For this strategy, more than ever, it is incredibly important to have your control groups in good order.
Okay.
Which means you need to have your piercing/siege group at least separate. So the way that this fight will generally start is that you can start with a speed scroll, as you can see here.
Yeah.
And so if I just attack move, the 2 talents at the bottom will maybe die and the demon will get attacked a lot. And this is not good. You don't want to attack the demon at all. Any point of damage on the demon is completely wasted. Now, your grunts... Essentially, grunts, if you still have any, take loads of damage from talents, but grunt damage against heroes is the best. Normal damage does more damage on heroes than piercing or siege or magic. So if you still have some grunts, attack moving them into demon is an okay way to kind of soften him up for a potential snipe or focus fire attack later in the fight. Generally, if you go into a fight against talents and you only kill talents, but you don't kill a single of the 3 heroes, you're probably still going to lose. Because of the Orb of Venom and the value of the second and the third hero, you usually want to have a bit of a combination where one of his heroes is taking some auto attack damage, and you take pockets of your units to take out the talents. 15 units should not all be focus firing 1 talent. There will be too much movement and DPS loss.
Okay.
So usually you have your Walker Berserker group. I don't care if you group it like Lin. Lin does Walkers with Forest Troll Berserker. And any headhunters he might have. Those all go in group 3 for him.
Okay.
Lin puts Grunt, Raider, Heroes in group 1. And his bestiaries are... his Raiders are also in group 2 by themselves. So they're sharing 2 groups. So that he can do an A move with 1 or a map positional... move with 1, and then you can quickly press 2 for Raiders.
Yeah, I like that.
You like that? I've usually had Raiders in a solo group the whole game. so I can constantly dance around with them on the edge of the battle without ever giving them a false command with group 1 A moving.
That is also, yeah.
But I've also adopted Lin's system sometimes because moving around the map in one group is much more agile. And then as the fight breaks out, I sometimes quickly take them out of group 1 and I make that my fighting group moment.
Okay, understood.
Yeah, so in this moment, I'm going to play this a little bit slowly in 0.75. So I A move in, and I'll try to go for the 2 talents that are in front. And then shockwave the other talents. You get your cyclones out on any summons. I mean, you get your disenchant out on any summons.
You don't disenchant cyclones?
Well, it depends. Cyclone, did you know it's a dispel? So anything that's in the air and comes down has lost whatever it had before.
Right, so no more Spirit Link.
No more Spirit Link. It depends how much mana you have. So it is usually quite nice to be able to remove the Quill Pigs if he has any. We never disenchant for Fairy Fire mid-battle, but we can disenchant Cyclone. The thing is, you'll never win that battle eventually. Like, even if you disenchant dutifully, every time you can get 2 Cyclones in one dispel, he will still out-mana you.
Jesus.
Yeah, so there has to be some acceptance. You have to make a judgment call whether something is worth cycloning or dispelling or not. So let's say if he mana burns your Shadow Hunter, and then he immediately cyclones it after, and his demon is next to you, then you could disenchant. But if it's been 4 seconds ago that he mana burnt your Shadow, and you get cycloned, there isn't that much reason to disenchant the Cyclone, because it'll just open you up for another mana burn.
Right.
So it kind of depends. Are you waiting for a cooldown of your spell? Did you just get mana burned, or is it like maximum cooldown away? So I should be taking some of the units to the left of the fight. You can't see shit, can you?
It's terrible.
All right, let's go for some real games. Anyway, my suggestion is every time there's a big let's say every time you get a loss, I need to show you something how to do it instead, so that you can kind of compare it.
Okay, I like that.
But let's just begin. And last time when I gave you the Hitman build with the Wyverns and Torrents, that guy ended up being quite high MMR actually. There was like an off-racer, 2300 MMR off-race guy, so you probably faced 2k plus there. However, you said that you would have liked to have a complete picture of where we're headed, and I will make sure to do that this time.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, let's begin.
Did you just want to pull up the 2006 WCG results, or what was that?
No, I remember that's when we played against Talents. Nowadays, there's not a lot of talent play anymore. Like, at least I thought so. I thought people only do it in Last Refuge, but the guy did it against you.
Yeah. Yeah, he destroyed me as well. Anything's possible at my level.
Yeah, like, it's not even good to do Demon Panda into Talents, which he did. Because Cyclones remove Drunken Haze, Cyclones reduce the amount of damage Panda does, because half is in the air. Like, it's better to make Summoners, but that guy didn't care.
Yeah. I was building my thing and then I tapped down. Okay, see it?
When you want
Yep.
to work, be happy to. Yes, okay, something you
I'm dead, by the way.
want.
Undead, okay, cool.
Yes, I can do that.
Actually, not so great at this matchup either. I tend to lose my heroes a lot.
Yeah, it's not easy. Invulnerability potions are very important.
Second.
Draw. Offer draw.
Is this how you do it?
No, but it's only because we're practicing. If we were preparing you for a tournament now, like if this, we're in week 2 of a 1 month commitment, right? So
it's a waste of time.
It's a waste of time now. But if this was the final week, we should see it through because it could happen for real. Like when you canceled your burrow.
You saw that? It's actually a little bit too much for my liking.
I have little birds. Someone linked it to me, the clip.
Yeah, I was not happy with that.
I did realize from seeing that this is malicious UI UX for Warcraft 3. Like, the only way to click a peon that's currently building a burrow is to click the icon underneath the very thing that cancels the burrow. This is our mistake.
Yeah, I did not like that. Okay, I've got an orc. Here you go.
Yeah, got it. Okay, orc mirror.
Something you doing?
Yeah, I'll take some notes during this. If you hear me type, I'll just prepare some notes for after.
For sure.
We need more gold. What do you want? Be happy, Jess. I can do that. Something you doing? Okay. Something you doing? We're ready to work.
I think this matchup, my plan is by far the clearest out of everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you want?
It's so, I don't want to call it brain dead, but you know, like there's very little people that do something different. And if they do something different, it's usually a tower rush. Oh, actually, I want to talk about it too later, the tower rush.
Sure. Do you still do Firelord, Farseer, Tower Rush yourself?
No, I don't. It's pointless.
Yeah.
I just win every game, I think. I checked my hero stats today, and it was I think it was 6 out of 7 when I built Firelord.
Wins.
Yeah, and one time was when I accidentally forgot my altar and I went Firelord first. That didn't
Yeah, I
quite
saw
work.
that.
And then Farseer second. Yeah, that was great. I try my best. though.
Your creep rat. What's your creep rat?
Okay, I'm gonna eat this guy. Maybe I eat him entirely. The entire camp, I'm gonna eat it, actually.
And then?
Then I go over here, I think. Just to check what the man is up to.
Excellent choice. Oh,
Just start hitting him, walk back 4 steps. When the grunt arrives, the ensnare will synchronize you. You could have been hitting him with blade.
And then...
yes, Lord. Complete.
Ouch. Yeah, just start hitting, grunt arrives, take back 300 range to synchronize with the ensnared grunt.
Okay, I'm gonna need that explained in slow later.
Yeah, no problem. I'll make a note.
Please.
I am yours. Oh, good task is there. Yes, Lord. I am yours. I am yours. I will hear and obey. Hey. Yes. Oh.
What?
excellent
No.
choice.
Yeah, that's
Good
allowed.
task is there. I will hear and obey.
We need more gold. Master, build more burrows.
No.
Build more burrows. Time.
That's a cancel. Remake 2 new. He didn't know. You have to remake a new one.
A new burrow?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, what if he gets a cancel? It's terrible.
Oh, really?
Oh, you didn't need to cancel it yet. And you shouldn't have sent your blade away.
Oh, I thought I was gonna creep something.
This is very bad for you. You never get a second grunt.
What do you want? Slobu, Dabu, something what do you want? Yes.
I am yours. Yes, Lord.
We're under attack.
Good task is there.
Master? Yes. Oogie dokie. Something you doing? Where? Yes. Dokta.
I am yours. Yes. Hey. Yes, Lord.
What do you want? Be happy to.
What task is there? Oh. What task is there? Yes, Lord. Excellent choice. I will hear and obey. Oh.
We're under attack.
Ah, yes. Excellent choice. I will
No
hear
point.
and obey. Hey, I will hear and obey. I am yours. Excellent choice.
Something you doing?
What task is there? Hey, yes. Yes, Lord. Excellent choice. Yes.
Build more. Under attack.
Hey, I will hear and obey. Excellent
Master,
choice.
build more burrows. What do you want?
What task is there? Yes, Lord.
Master, Dabu. Yes.
I am
What do you
yours.
want? Zugzug. Smoke.
Oh, I will hear and
Master,
obey.
Zugzug. Nokta. Work complete.
Oh, haste my blade.
Yes.
Yes, Lord.
What do you want?
I am yours.
What do you want? Slobu.
What task is there?
Yes. Time for
Yes, Lord.
hard. We're under attack.
Oh, hey, yes. Haste my blade.
Can't cancel.
Ah, excellent choice.
Master, complete. Time. Die.
You need to start your tech outside of base. You cannot let this delay both your tech buildings.
What do you
Are you hero and obey?
What do you want? We're under
It could be like on top of your voodoo lounge so that he doesn't see it.
Master?
Yes, Lord.
What do you want?
What do you want? Oh,
Yes? Master?
I am yours.
What do you want? My master? Our tower
Hex him,
is
hex him.
under attack. Yes? Time for it.
You will have to cancel.
Yes,
Or hex again, hex again, hex.
yes, Lord.
What do you want?
If you had dust,
Are you hero?
he dies.
Excellent choice. What task is there? Oh,
Use my power.
Should have taken Solves there on Shadow, but now you need to start creeping.
task is there?
Where do you think his Shadow is? You have Boots, you're level 2. You should mess with him.
Hey, excellent choice.
Next big death. We are enemies in hiding.
In such situations where you lost the grunt, you should remake it. 3 grunts are needed for fast creeping.
Okay.
Yes, Lord.
Make sure to go in with Windwalk so he doesn't know you're there.
Are you hero and obey? Oh,
Get heal Solve, go to the Goblin Shop.
task is
Walk up, Merc Camp is probably not where he is, but you can look.
yes, yes.
I think he's gonna do the shop. You can check it, the marketplace I should say.
I am yours.
He might just be doing the 2 green camps on this side. Go to the shop with your Shadow if he's not here. Okay, fight.
Yes, Lord. What task is there? Ready to ride.
He knows you're here, he saw with Blade. Hey, kill the Raider, hex the Raider, kill it.
We are enemies.
What task is there? Oh, yes. Yes, Lord. Are you hero and obey?
My next
Excellent choice.
Windwalk, or you dead.
Excellent choice.
Okay, nice.
Task is there.
Hex Blade, Hex Blade, Hex Blade.
Oh, are you hero and obey?
Keep running and you won't die.
hiding.
Make Walker. He has 1 more Hex. You need to speed scroll out.
We are enemies.
We're under attack.
Your 3rd grounds will get killed.
Lead.
What do you
Okay,
want?
cool. Burrow.
Yes, Lord. What task is there? I am yours.
You need to creep with Shadow Blade together. He's faster level 2.
What
Here's a heal wave.
Oh,
Mantle to Shadow.
Next big death.
yes. Oh,
Creep your Mercamp.
what task is there? Are you hero and obey? Yes, Lord. I am yours. I am yours. Excellent.
We're gonna try to creep up,
Yes, Lord.
but our Shadow is behind. So ideally we'd like to not fight, but we do want to know when he's coming. So soon you're gonna put a Peon near his base to know if he's gonna attack you. Nearer.
What do you want?
War Mill. Kodo is good in defense.
Ready to ride.
I am yours.
What do you want?
Are you hero and obey?
After this, creep 2 orange camps next to you. You should contest click for this item. What if he was here?
What task is there?
We are enemies.
What task is
That
there?
would not have been great.
We want a 2nd Raider and then a Kodo.
What task is there? Oh, yes, Lord.
Kill the poison guys first normally, the left and the right. Purple ones, blue later.
I am yours. Taste my blade.
Contest click item if he's here. Spirit Link, just in case. Okay, there he is. Take the item, take the item. He wanted that. Heal up, go to your shop. No, don't chase. Yeah, kill him. He's dead. Hex now. Hex. Okay, surround, hold. Heal your blade. It's 15 seconds. 10 seconds left. Okay, you're not. He baited you, but you can still focus him when he comes out. Link up. Pull the grunt away. Hit him. He will die. Okay, Kodo, make Kodo. Try to get your Shadow out. Focus Raiders. They are the ones that offer control. Focus only Raider. Keep Shadow running. You're gonna live with your Shadow if you run. Focus is Raiders and Walkers. Make Kodo. Heal, you have heal. Critical 2. You're in a fight, so critical 2. Focus Raiders or Shadow. Nice. Remember, focus Raiders or Shadow. Nice, okay. He's through the game.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. At least you dragged the win. Let's talk about a couple of things. There's a lot of good material here.
Yeah.
You can open. I will start a game, and I'll show a couple of things. Early and mid game was very bad.
Mm-hmm.
Because you left your base and you didn't defend it, and then you didn't creep on the map either. You had plans to creep. He showed up once. You were not quite sure which camps to take, and in the end, Blade pretty much walked around the entire map twice while he was screwing up your main base.
Yeah.
So you're overthinking things a bit. It is okay to respond to the pressure that he was showing, where you literally just, because he's there, therefore you're going to be there too. So there are situations where what you did makes sense. If you feel like the amount of damage that someone can do in your base is not high. And because of that, they're wasting their time. And because of that, you want to use your time successfully somewhere else on the map. You're essentially showing a too high level thinking for this situation. In a sense, this is a good way to think, and lower level players won't even think of doing this. They will always just react and respond to what's in front of them. His blade shows up, therefore you stay at home, right? But in this case, he does have a threat, and I'll explain why. So first of all, in an orc mirror, you don't want to build it how you did it.
Okay.
So you did altar. I'm not actually showing you anything yet. Let me share the stream. Share screen. Okay. Already? You see it?
Let's have a look. Yeah.
Yeah. So you built your burrow here, your first burrow. This is a mistake. Your first burrow needs to be here.
Okay.
As you may remember, your burrow got cancelled. You had your first burrow somewhere up top. I think it was here. No, it was here. Your first burrow was here. And then your next one came here. And the problem is, the second burrow is always more vulnerable because it can get cancelled.
Get cancelled. First one can't.
So we built the first one in the most risky position. And then all the new ones go in a safer position.
Yeah. Of course.
So that's number one. And then if we speed this up a bit. You had this. Okay, now we get to this point. You hit it twice, and then you walk back 300, and then you synchronize with the grunt.
Okay.
That's what I was trying to say that you wanted to hear more about, right?
Yeah. Is it in general how you deal with... I guess it's only if there's a melee dude.
Yeah, anytime there's an ensnare guy, you know your grunt is going to get surrounded if you show up with blade first. So I saw that you were standing still with the blade because you're like, I want to arrive same time. But there's no point to that because you want to kill things as fast as possible.
Yeah.
The only downside is you take more damage. But that part doesn't matter because we are going to heal solve anyway.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So then you end up taking to tier 2. And then your second burrow can be at the back.
Okay.
Here. Now, it can be here or it can be here. These are the two places it can be. It can also be here or here. And there is a reason for it. This one gets cancelled for free by someone that is then allowed to leave your base. Understand?
Yeah.
This is a full wall off, but when he cancels it, he can then leave your base, no threat. We are asking people, if you are taking the value proposition of a burrow cancel, you need to pay for it.
Yeah.
And this is how they pay for it. One peon on these trees, blade goes in, you send in stuff to defend, and then you do this, war mill. War mill is a tanky building. Now he's wind walking, he can't get out.
Okay.
Right? Then he's like, he has to reveal his own wind walk. Meanwhile, you've got peons shooting at the blade master.
Yeah.
He reveals himself. Your blade is inside, starts hitting. You then take a second peon out of the burrow. Then he's like, okay, I'm free. And then you do this. He's like, ah, damn it. And by that time, usually you have enough damage to kill the blade.
Okay. But your blade master needs to be in there with him.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, second burrow is critical. You were going to explain me why.
Well, that's because you made the mistake of building it in front
Oh,
where
okay.
it's so easily
Gotcha.
cancelable.
Okay.
So the moment his blade shows up, the moment you realize he's not a trader of creeps, you creep, he creep, gentleman's agreement, no rush, right? Once you realize he's harassing, first you want to click him. You want to check, does he have double heal solve? Most likely he does, because he goes altar, burrow, shop, tech.
Okay.
Or altar, burrow, shop, racks, tech. But usually it's altar, burrow, shop, tech.
Okay.
So then he's going to leave his base with solves, and that can give you kind of the idea of what he's doing. That usually means he's not going to creep at all. He will stay in your base for 5 minutes, all the way until Shadow comes out.
Okay.
It also means his totem and bestiary are faster because he didn't make a Rax.
Right.
And that means that if you show up with Shadow, you go to the middle of the map, you may actually meet... He may already be like level 1.7, or maybe you will be with your blade and 3 grunts on the middle. You check your Shadow is 20%. You know his Shadow is going to show up now. So that you can kind of recognize that timing offset
Gotcha.
because he teched faster.
Okay.
So once you realize my burrow is 40%, enemy blade showed up, he can reach it, immediately start another burrow here. This is even deeper in the base, right? So if he's like, I'm going to cancel this, you know you're going to lose it. By the time he's done with it, this one will also be 40%, and right next to the burrow, which forces him to commit deeper into the base, which is fully walled off on one side, allows you to warm block here for the second time, and eventually when he runs out of mana, you can just lock him in with a unit right here on hold position.
And I can do this type of wall on every map?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, so basically the concept, the template for it is altar on one side, burrow on the other. That's number one. Altar as tight as possible to the Great Hall. So we don't want this, we want this.
Okay.
Because when you do this, I've seen you sometimes try to block someone in, and if your feeling gets better, then it'll work. But you may think like this is a block, and then actually it is not. See? So once you get like altar positioning closer, you pretty much can't get it wrong. There's no way where a hold position anywhere in the channel is not a block. So I've seen demons get out of your base that really should have died.
Yeah.
Because you kind of have a loose formation. So from the very second when the game begins, in fact before the game begins, we need to work out the base layout in all 4 matchups.
Yeah. You have
Which,
videos on this or no?
I have videos on this, yes. I have Undead base layout, Night Elf base layout. Wait, let me see. Maybe my mods will find it for me, but I have some video on that, but we can just do it again. It's fine.
Okay.
Right. So this is basically Orc mirror layout. I've just explained it to you.
Yeah.
And then when he's harassing tier 2 buildings, the cool thing is, because you're not doing random shit like this, because you always have a plan, burrow 1, kind of towards the front side of Great Hall, altar on the other side. Chop usually goes here to protect the burrow from surface area of attacks.
Really?
And to force him more into commits, because this is kind of exposed burrow, right?
Yeah.
So usually you build, maybe you build your bestiary or your shop in front. It really depends if you're going for a forward shop. If you go for a forward shop, fine, that's okay. Then we try to build the bestiary here. Bestiary is tankier and faster building. Totem is usually more vulnerable. We can build the totem here and the war mill here. So this is why we always try to think of a 4x4 space in the back of our base, so that we have options not to do this shit, which can lead to a double cancel bestiary totem in the same place. We want to make people work for things. If they're going to go for a cancel, we don't want them to be next to each other without any risk.
Yeah.
So recognize that this bestiary is a risk, but it is still a cheaper cancel than a totem.
Yeah.
One more thing you should know. I'll show it like this.
The one
What are you
one-
seeing?
Yeah, the one's better.
Yeah, 1-1's better. And this is the equal.
Busted.
Now they have the same. So the first peon essentially counts double. So this is 4 peons, and this is 4 peons. Whereas this is 3 peons, and this is 4 peons. First peon counts double.
Okay.
So anytime you get attacked, try to avoid doing this.
Yeah.
Also, have all lumber peons on a control group. I have them on 0. That wouldn't work for you, but it's nice to do it because sometimes I see like Night Elf comes into your base. You either do this or you do like this.
Yeah.
Take them all out, press E, they all go back to work. You press your peon for lumber, you can do this, and then quickly branch them off to spread them evenly between burrows.
Okay.
Okay. This is orc base layout. Let's do another one for the other 4 matchups. I'm playing against human. I'm working with blade, grunts, raiders, which are small, fat units. Like my small units are still fat, is what I'm trying to say. So we are avoiding this because, as you may notice, when the water elemental and the archmage party poopers show up, we want to bring headhunters to the back of our base.
Yeah.
So what we are not doing is what I'm showing you, which is exactly our orc base layout. This kind of layout, orc versus orc, is horrible against human. For all the same reasons it's good against enemy orcs. So what we're instead doing, we're creating more space. We're not touching trees. We're not too close to the Great Hall. Then, we're not touching the Great Hall, and we're not as far forward. Kind of here. It can also be like, it can be sometimes like this as well, and then this, then this. And the shop would not be here because that's a full wall off, and now we're going to get units stuck. When a unit from the barracks finishes, we want to make sure it doesn't get stuck against the burrow and the voodoo lounge. Because then, if we're getting towered or attacked, unit pops out, even in the most defensive location. If he has one unit here, it gets blocked, and then has to go all the way like this while getting fired at by rifles. So instead, we would sooner do this. Now it has an escape route here. Another thing we don't do against humans is this. Because now, we only got a couple of spaces to repair while he's attacking. Instead, we would even sooner do this with 1 gap, or better yet, 2 gaps. 1 gap allows us to move command here and then repair from here. Right, so we got more surface area. But the 1 gap problem is he can go through with footies and we can't go through with grunts and headhunters and blade, etc.
Yeah.
So usually we try to do at least a double gap between burrows. And also instead of the burrow here, it should be here so that, again, this is an abusable location for footmen, but not for grunts and headhunters.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, against human, we're trying to build really wide. There's not really a very clear... there's not like a very clear definitive pattern that's required. There's just best practices. So you can even sometimes have your altar in the back. If you build your first burrow in the back, like here, and then your shop is here, they sometimes start attacking the shop with 1 footy and it'll drop to half life, which is kind of annoying. But if you build your burrow here, then the footy can stand here on hold position and attack your peons, which is annoying. So you basically pick your poison. I'd say peons are more important to protect usually. Usually humans love to attack burrows. So rather than doing this and this, where they can't cover each other, it may be better to do this and this. So now they can cover each other.
Okay.
And notice how it's all open, so we got spaces. Next burrow might be here, and then we're going to have something here, and we're going to have something here, and we're going to have something there, and then something there. So open base layout allows us to escape. But we still got things we can do where we can put a peon on hold position here or here, and then like I need to escape with something, so I put the peon inside, and then I escape, and I take it out, put it on hold again,
Yeah.
so that we become the boss of our own gym.
Okay.
Okay. Then against Night Elf, it kind of depends. Sometimes they come and cancel tier 2 buildings. And for that, you can build it just like against Orc, which is like this. Right?
Yeah.
This will help you to protect again. Oh, and actually, I like it more to build the barracks here and then make sure that the shop is the wall off, because barracks is tankier and shop will now be harder to attack. And then eventually we will build our Torrent Totem here and our Bestiary here. So we're going to cut everything away that we need to cut away.
Okay.
And eventually you want to open this up so that bestiary and totem units can escape very freely from both sides, not just here, which can be gapped by one unit, but also from the bottom. So we're gonna target this area for chopping. We don't need to chop this except because it's economical trees, and we don't need to chop here. We want to remove this part. This will also allow us a lot of space to move around the shop, which will be a major fighting location priority for us.
Okay.
The second way to build against this is basically the primary way to build against elf, and you had this guy that go in with demon immolation.
Yeah.
Right? It's surprising how much punishment he can take. Correct?
Yeah, it's very surprising.
You have several units and a blade, and demon is just like happily dancing with immolation. So yeah, that's why it's good to have the burrow here and not here, because this burrow may still be able to help against the demon that's in your worker line. See?
Yeah.
So make sure that every single burrow can attack your worker line, and you need to have one burrow within this range of your worker line, guaranteed. If you don't, then immolation demon goes into your worker line, and you'll have to walk too far. It'll cost too much.
Yeah. It's very annoying.
This also allows us to get grunts in position that come out and pretty readily do a full wall off. So now he's trapped. At least we can make him use a staff or a TP.
Wait, is he completely... He can't go... The left side is locked?
This is locked, yes. Look. This is locked, see?
Okay. If there's no green space, it means no unit can walk.
Yeah, well, peons can.
Okay. Yeah, but no fatties.
Yeah, no fatties. And there are some things that have soft corners and some hard corners. So a war mill is actually a hard corner building. As you can see, I can walk past this tree. But war mills are actually hard. So there's no space between the war mill and the tree.
Yeah.
So war mill and burrow have hard corners. That means there's no gap. Trees are also hard. Okay. But shops, barracks,
Altar.
Great Hall, altar are soft, and there's always a gap between trees and soft buildings. So it's just war mills and burrows. And then graveyards are soft, blacksmith is hard, farms are hard, burrows are hard, ziggurats
You can kind
are
of see
hard.
it though. You can feel it.
Yeah, you can kind of feel it. Yeah. It changes the footprint. So they have a bigger footprint than their actual collision.
Yeah.
So this is Night Elf, human, and Orc. So there's only Undead. Against Undead, it mostly doesn't matter how you build.
Nice.
You usually, usually it doesn't matter too much. Against Undead, I would say there's limited value to do a very forward burrow. They don't tower rush you a lot. They don't do a lot of timing attacks. The first attack that comes to Orc base is usually 10 minutes. You want to make sure you don't give them a very easy Crypt Lord Beetle Ghoul Surround target.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so usually against Undead, you'll just do something like this, which is fine.
Okay.
We need more lumber.
This is fine, right? And then shop somewhere here. Okay, that's about it for layouts. Let's see if you can implement that.
Yeah. Let's see if we can implement that.
We didn't really talk too much about the replay yet. The second burrow in the back makes him commit. The war mill blocks. A third burrow can always be made in anticipation for cancels.
Yeah.
So long as you have money, there's no reason to delay third burrow. I know that when you were watching Lin against Colorful, if you watched that, he pretty much went to tier 2 with double burrows specifically without making a bonus third burrow.
Yeah, true.
But the reason is because he's saving up and investing in second hero, totem, bestiary, and Great Hall, and another peon. Right? So because of that, the third burrow doesn't fit. But if you're just playing one base, not with an expansion, it's better to make the third burrow faster as it makes you more resilient to cheese.
Okay. Clear as day.
Okay. Let's go for another game.
Okay. Oh, another orc.
Okay. This is a good thing. It's Destiny.
Check low. Is it the same guy we just played? I'm so bad with names.
You can share when you have time.
Work. Happy to.
You just played Captain Kackwurst.
Did I?
Captain Shit Sausage.
Okay. I'm messing up my thing because I'm struggling with the sharing. 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, I shared it.
Got it.
Okay, so this is exactly how I always build, rather than...
Yeah. Yeah, you messed up your layout again.
Yeah. Let's see if I can still save it.
Yeah.
So this is too far away, or this is fine?
No, it's one gap, but you didn't leave yourself space to build a war mill on the inside. The burrow altar, don't leave a war mill block there. And your second burrow, no matter what, will be exposed like cheese with holes. Your whole base is cheese with holes. So there's no way to keep your second burrow alive. You're in fact not going to build it there at the barracks. You're going to build it more towards the back.
Work complete.
You have 6 workers in mind.
I want to chat with the guy, but it's too much. So I'm sorry, Jack.
He'll watch this and
Yeah,
he'll know.
he'll-
You're not meaning it out of PM, you're trying to focus. And you're already talking to me.
Yeah, it's too much.
Are you not shopping?
Yeah, I am. It's too late.
You could still do a 16 pop shop.
I don't know
Now
what
you can't shop anymore unless you cancel the PM.
This is how I usually do it, except then I build the shop much faster. I don't know why or what the purpose is, but I feel like...
You don't always need to build an advanced shop, it has pros and cons.
Okay,
Where are you gonna creep? Orange top?
I don't know. Usually I check which
Harstem.
seems doable. Okay,
Yeah, because you don't know all the maps by heart.
yeah. I don't know any maps by heart, to be honest.
We go orange top, they have an ensnare creep. You start with solo blade.
Oil blade 6 Oh, excellent choice. Hey. Yes, Lord. My life for the Lord. What task is there? Ha! What you want? I am yours. I will do and obey. Hey, excellent choice. Yes.
You should walk back faster.
I will do and obey. What task is there?
Now it's barely worth it. You can also just start attacking and then wind wall. And then they de-aggro and then grunt comes in.
Okay.
Make burrow?
Yes, Lord.
Here?
No,
Oh,
in the back.
no.
Because, oh, it's fine. Just, but make another burrow ASAP and be ready to defend it.
Yes, sir.
What task is there? I will do and
Now, burrow.
something you doing?
Should have been higher. Remember, you need to leave spaces in the back for building.
Yes, Lord. Excellent choice.
Your speed scroll is safer, but this is fine. Go to the shop, buy circlet.
Oh, hey, excellent choice. Yes,
Bring grunt with you.
yes, sir. I am yours.
Go to his turtle.
What task
But I don't know what this turtle is.
The small green to the right. Yeah, go here, go here. You can just hit steel. You can steal, but if you show with grunt, he's more likely to know you're here.
Yes, Lord. Oh, hey, I am yours. What?
Send grunt to his base so you can kind of see his flow.
Ha!
Blades can track him. Grunt, just take a small look in his base and then come back.
Task is there.
Just hit whatever you can, max DPS. You don't need boots.
Work complete.
That's a shop. He doesn't have a shop. So now you know Farseer can be low.
I am yours.
If he takes you past the shop, you don't need to cancel that. If he takes you past... He's trying to lead you on a goose chase. If you buy speed scroll, you can chase. Otherwise, just find the Farseer.
Oh,
Find off, Lord. Alright, creep. Just creep by yourself. Take the green camp that you are about to meet in the middle. No. Never double back. Just take the one in the middle.
Yes, Lord.
Near you now. Yeah, start this. Your grunt don't need to be here either. You know where he is. Or you can track him, whatever you want.
now it's me who's leading him on the goose chase.
Yeah, but you only see one grunt now. You don't know where Farseer is. Is he coming to where you are? You lost him.
Task is there.
I think he went back to shop. Check if it's true. Heal solve yourself.
Yes, Lord.
Go to the remainder of where you stole the turtle for.
Yes, Lord. Yes.
Get ready to build your tech.
What task is there?
Always totem first.
Yes, Lord.
And totem in the back. Yeah, go top. Avoid him. Go to the top. The top do that. Top right do that. You want to take valuable things. You notice how he's wasting time? So you want to do the greediest thing you can do because you know where he is and he doesn't know where you are.
Is this the greediest thing?
Yeah, up, go up. No, up.
Yes,
Up, this one.
This.
Above you.
I am yours.
This.
Above you. Yes, the doodad.
I don't know what a
Yeah.
doodad is.
A doodad is anything that has a box on the map, like an S or a T or
Oh,
an
okay.
L. Yeah, take the ogre mage. All right. Sell the cloak after you kill him. Get it ready. Pick up item. You can finish or
Okay.
you can run away. Both is okay. If you're scared, you run away, and if you want to finish because you're greeting, you get a lot of XP. He's probably doing the shop. Get full items. Normally a clarity as well.
Okay.
He just found crystal ball. This is found from the shop. Now you know it's true. He's below your shadow. Don't go there yet. Make another burrow in preparation for shitstorm to happen. Okay, heal yourself and start windwalk chasing him. And regroup Shadow and Grunts together and Blade by himself. Go to your natural with Shadow. Your goal is now Shadow level 3. You know he's done this, so you didn't need to go here. You need to think, where is he next? Probably the orange camp below you or his expo. Hex the one that does snare casting, and don't get your solves cancelled. Yeah, he's not there. Check his expo. The other expo. He would not be on this turtle. This is too hard. The one on the right. So get your war mill ready. Your goal is Shadow 3 units all the way to 46, and then a Kodo, and then you attack. You're a little bit ahead. So that's your goal.
What?
Yeah, start attacking peons. That's fine. This is good. Just keep creeping Shadow. You don't need to attack yet. Go to the laboratory and hex the inner fire creep. Keep up steady unit production and make sure that your costs are low.
My costs are low.
Yeah, make sure you don't like waste money on anything. Don't waste time. Stay near with the blade. If he has no dust, you need to check. Does he have dust? No? Then you can just move command, check him. So you creep this, then you creep the orange below you.
Do
Kill
I
the
spirit
mud
link while creeping?
Yeah, definitely. And you want to kill the mud golem first. Slow makes them target fire, the slow target.
Yes, Lord. Yes, excellent.
Okay, just kill Peon, let him know you're still there. And then you windwalk again.
Haste my blade. Hey, are you hero and blade?
And then you just wait again. Okay. Spirit Walker upgrade. Or another Walker is also fine. It's both fine. I know what you were thinking. Yeah, started killing again. You know there's no creeps that he can take, top right, which are valuable. Oh, Wyverns, okay. You can cancel whatever you were doing and make a bat. He will attack you. He has nothing to do here, so he will attack you soon. Make sure you heal self up. And take the small green to your left for level 3. With Shadow. But make sure you do not attack with those 2 grunts that are heal solving. But start it fast. And don't tank with raiders. Your blade, your blade. Just finish it, get level 3, heal wave. Heal wave. Use it, use it. Turn around, focus Shadow. Everything on Shadow, speed scroll. Make sure you're linked. You can also focus Wyvern, it's on the ground now. You need to focus something, you're not focusing anything. And snare a Wyvern and attack it. Make new bats, make Walker, make Headhunter. If you do not focus Wyvern, you will not win this fight. Morph your Walkers. You have lost, but this fight was very winnable. It was a complete micro problem. You can't win anymore.
Yeah.
GG. So the expansion was a little surprising. We could have spent more time, I guess, hitting peons. The fact that he went to the top after you let's say, like, we needed you to keep him at his peon line, because at the top of the map there was actually nothing left. The red camp was too strong, and you took away the most valuable camp that was also there, which was the Ogre Mage. And the only 2 camps that were left there were the 2 small Murloc camps, and those are too valuable for an army of his size. So it was very good that he went to the top, but the conclusion would be is that he finds nothing, which is the good part. But it also means that, therefore, afterwards, he must attack your main, because there's nothing else that's sensibly next to him. Make sense?
Yeah.
Because of that, we were in a rush to get Shadow level 3. You just had the Labo, you were 2.8. I asked you to go to the Murloc, but it went too slowly. This should be part of the plan to get Shadow 3 as fast as possible. Keep moving. Right, so it went a little slow. Then you heal off the grunts, but they are too much part of the fight, so they are able to potentially get cancelled again on the solve. So you want to separate them. And then once we saw that there's wyverns, we needed to make bat, but we needed to make more bats. So you made 1 because I said make a bat.
You need 2 bats for 1 wyvern or 1?
No, 1. Just 1.
Oh wow.
So you could just keep making bats, and because you had 700-800 gold at the end of the battle, that means that you could have kept making headhunters or grunts, right? Either one works.
Yeah.
So it's a unit production error. This might be a knowledge gap, because I know your macro normally is good enough to keep making units during the battle.
Yeah.
Because, but you don't know what you should make per se.
Exactly.
Right?
This is very often what happens, is that when I'm not entirely sure on new situations, I very often just stop producing units because I didn't get to a conclusion myself yet.
Exactly. And you don't have time to think about it during the fight.
Yeah.
So for Blade, a very common problem happened to me as well, even when I'm in top shape. If Windwalk gets activated, we forget to use a follow-up attack, and we've actually dropped our DPS. Yeah. So baseline should be don't Windwalk. Or if you do, you keep controlling him then over the next 1-2 seconds to make sure he's hitting.
Yeah.
Wyverns can be dealt with pretty easily. He has no Spirit Link, you do. The way that I would see this fight go is that your bat blows up a Wyvern, you ensnare another Wyvern, and then you just target fire it with everything. And then once you do that, the only thing you need to make sure is that your Shadow doesn't get grunts around it. So it's actually very simple, that fight. Ensnare Shadow and focus him, or ensnare Wyvern and focus him.
Okay.
But the problem is, when you went for the Shadow, there is no cohesion with the rest of your army.
It was just my Blade Master.
Yeah, your Raiders kept staying on the left. They were getting hit by the grunts.
Yeah.
Right? And so in this moment, did you have Control Group 1? Is everything together?
Yeah, Control Group 1. That's it.
Yeah, so I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing you press 1 and then right-click on the Shadow.
I'm actually allowed to just do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just take literally everything you have, leave whatever they were doing. And so there must be a reason why you think you can't do it. What is the reason?
Because the units are so dumb. They keep bumping into each other every time you give like full commands. So what I do is I kind of I give like individual, like I use it. The Control Group 1 is I use it more as like a movement key, you know.
Oh.
And then I grab units from within that.
Do you box select during fight?
Yeah, quite a bit. Or double click.
This is fine. This is fine. But in this case, Raiders are completely doomed. When you leave 2 Raiders against 5 grunts, can you fire up the replay?
I already have it fired up.
Okay, fire up the replay, speed to the end, and show it to me.
He got the expansion really early, by the way. It's like freaking fast.
Yeah.
Kind of tricked me.
Yeah, it tricked me too. This is one of those invalid builds that still has a lot of strength. So here, because he left, you need to immediately start attacking peons. The goal here is to keep him in his base.
Yeah.
To buy you more time. So you did this, and then... Okay, this is fine. Now we know there's wyverns, so we're on a clock.
I knew he was attacking me, and I should have just
Yeah.
followed him, first of all, with my blade, because I knew there was no dust.
Yeah, you could just M-click on him.
I should have moved these downstairs, not to the
Yeah,
top.
Grunt should be downstairs, because you know he's coming.
Yeah.
Now you should be non-stop producing. I did say make Headhunter during this, but
I didn't hear
you were
that.
too busy.
Yeah. It's crazy supply, though.
It's fine, though. Like, you win this easily. You kill wyverns, you kill Shadow.
Yeah.
The wolves can be disenchanted, grunts can be ignored. He has no lockdown for the most part. Okay. So you ensnare the wyvern, but there's no point because there's no follow-up. You should just press 1, right-click wyvern.
Okay. He's doing nothing.
Shadow should now walk to the shop. Should have walked to the shop a long time ago and just buy mana pot, drink it. Because mana pot is 150 and you've got 700 and it literally helps every single time you have a mana pot. And Blades should buy heal pot and then hit Shadow. You can come out of this windwalk with 1 HP, hit Shadow and then heal pot. You also have invul. So the sooner you kill Shadow or Wyverns, the less threat there is against you.
Yeah. This seems like a fun build. What he did.
Don't fall in love with it. It sucks ass.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks good. He didn't even get the grunt upgrade. That saddens me.
Let's go another.
Instant find. Random player.
Random. Okay.
Yeah, there's actually a decent amount of random players. I don't know what to do against that. I guess I need the probe scout.
Yeah, or a peon. Either one works.
Yeah. Got him.
Yeah, you can peon scout. You can also open with something that harasses. So there's 2 things you can do. 3 things. You can open Farseer, thinking maybe he's human. You can open Blade with Voodoo Lounge, like that orc guy did against you. Or you can peon scout, Blade, and creep. So it's whatever, right?
Yeah.
So since you made a Rax, we're gonna do the peon scout. It means your altar peon, don't cancel altar. Your altar peon will.
Thanks.
No problem. I got you, bro. Dude, I was always afraid this would happen to me in the tournament, but it never did. But it happened like twice in ladder.
Yeah.
And it's actually kind of malicious because canceling peons from Great Hall is in the same location as canceling Burrow or Altar.
Yeah.
So like you're conditioned even to look at that place as a cancel.
Do I get a shop now or no?
Yeah, we'll do shop now. Yeah, like here. So now in this situation, most likely in our minds, because this is an early shop, we are getting only the Ogre Warrior from the camp.
Here.
Yeah, only the Ogre Warrior, because that's the timing lineup with our shop finishing.
Okay.
If we wanted to get more than the Ogre Warrior, we would delay our shop so that we get another return of lumber first. We're also going to max out to 21 because we have a potentially losing scout peon. Grunt can also be sent to his side of the map. It doesn't need to come creep. I start hitting wisps or something.
Oh.
Send Grunt to his side. Send Grunt to his side. Yeah, he's on the Merc camp. Go take a look. Let's be on.
Oh. The Merc camp.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, the orange camp on the right. Yeah. We finish this. We get items. Immolation. Okay, leave. That's enough. That's enough info. Keep Grunt near so he doesn't take another camp. You're gonna take Circlet, and then creep green camps on his side of the map, while checking out where he is with Grunt. Do you have Burrow coming yet?
Oh!
It's okay, it's not a big deal. Wait 2 seconds for Circlet. Check if he's doing green camp. Go to his left green camp.
This
The
one?
1-1-2-3. This one is 1-1-2-3. Take the blue one. Check where his demon is with Grunt. Okay, he did this. This is what we should have known, that he's taking this. Now he's probably doing top green camp. Okay, that's a bad place to build it because you're blocking a primary totem location. We want it, but we don't want to build it there. Just finish the camp, finish the camp. Keep running with the Grunt, we're buying time. Make another burrow. Awful location, but at least not blocking totem location. Keep the Grunt on him.
Be happy to. What? Task is yours. I am yours.
Heal yourself. All right, send it back. Send it back. So he's doing the green spot.
Obey. Hey, hey. Are you here and obey?
Do I heal this idiot?
Yeah, heal the ground
Yes, Lord. What do you want?
and stay kind of near. So he's most likely going to creep his natural next, but we don't know. Put grunt in the middle to know if he's leaving his base and going to your base. Yeah, there. And keep blade around here. Crystal ball his expo now. Stay near. We want to creep jack his expo.
Yes, double. Yes, Lord. My life.
Yeah, there he is. Leave. Just keep running. Keep running.
What task is there?
Keep running with. Don't show with your blade. Click his items. We want to know what he has.
What do you want?
Okay, invul. Go creep his expo.
I am yours.
Don't creep his expo. He's coming.
What task is there?
Send the other grunt around to meet your blade. If he does not go to his expo, you will creep it. Check where he goes with this grunt. He might be in the shop. He might be in the shop.
Master?
Yes, Lord.
Yes, my life.
Okay, we don't know. Okay, creep his thing.
Yes.
What task is there? Yes, Lord.
What you work.
We lost sight of him. This is bad. Kill the priest first, then the ogre
Are
mage.
you hero and obey?
If we knew where he was, we would have been able to make better decision. Bestiary in front.
Yes, Lord.
Send the peon to your natural. We want to know if he's done it.
Yes, Lord.
You have a crystal ball, you can check places. Alright, that's fine. Go home.
With everything?
Yeah, with everything. Try to bloody block him, not to get your totem. One in each burrow. Alright, he's got it, he's got it. Make a totem. Yeah, exactly. Start repairing. And just put everything inside and focus his Huntress over Demon. Okay, hex the Huntress. Careful, your peon is dying. You didn't click into the burrow. Oh, you did. Okay, go. Hex him again, hex him, hex him. With speed scroll, maybe you kill him. Speed scroll on shadow, clarity, empty your burrows. Hit him, hit him, hit him.
Alright, I forgot about that part.
One more hex, one more hex.
Oh, that one I don't care about.
Get him. Hex. Windfalk.
Excellent choice. Hey, yes.
Ah, you lost him. Creep, creep. Go creep, go creep, go creep.
Yes, Lord. Yes. I am yours. I am
Go creep, go creep.
Ignore him?
No, don't ignore, but not your shadow.
Oh, okay.
excellent choice.
You need to get level 2.
Oh, are you hero and obey? Under attack. Yes, Lord.
You can repair. Press the peon inside, auto repair. Okay. Make walker, make bestiary. Bring more peons, bring more peons. That one too.
Yes, Lord. I am yours. Oh,
War mill, totem. Go expand.
yes.
But I can't even afford the totem.
Go expand, go expand. Make another peon, 2 if you must. Bring shadow to shop, get stuff. Clarity, heal self, speed scroll. Use clarity. Crystal ball, his main.
Excellent choice. Yes, Lord.
He's going for bears. Make
Yes, Lord.
creep from the top so that you don't block.
Big damn.
Be happy to.
Yeah.
Can't build
I am yours.
Make it.
Yes, Lord. I am hero
Okay.
and obey.
Okay, save up lumber for bestiary. Now you know the rest, right? Walkers and Kodos. Optimize your peon mining locations. Your burrows actually cost you lumber because they blocked a bit. But it's okay, you almost have enough for bestiary. Heal self.
Excellent.
He's here. Keep your grunts away.
Yes.
You should fight him though, you don't want to let him cancel. Raider, ensnare.
Oh, yes, Lord. Hey. Oh. Excellent.
Fight him, he doesn't have master training. Kill bears. Those are fake. There's only one real one. Cancel main. Cancel. Kill the bear with speed scroll and or a hex or focus archers. Make a totem.
Yes, Lord. Can't build live.
Kodo. You can hit archers. You can steal mana from demon. You can hex him.
It's game now.
Yeah, it's game. Stressful?
Yeah, this is the first game I played like this. With like the grunts checking and stuff. I don't do this at all. Can you watch it?
Watch it?
Yeah.
The replay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to. You want me to control?
Can I watch the replay? Let me see. How do I watch the replay?
You can just download it from my profile. Did you know that?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, I know that. So the grunt checking allows us to make good decisions. Otherwise, I would be, let's say, I'll be just saying like creep this, creep this, creep this, and then none of it depends on what he's doing.
Yeah.
Then you won't know why you're doing anything.
Yeah.
Let's talk about a couple of if-thens.
Yes, please.
Okay, are you seeing this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so there's a couple of notes that I couldn't really get into during the game. There's two ways to do this. One is just Grunt Scout, and one is Peon Scout. We could have brought Grunt for creeping, or we could scout with the Grunt and skip the whole Peon Scout thing.
This is in case of random, right?
Well, yeah, I think it is a good idea to Peon Scout against random. Technically now, the Peon could go home and start mining lumber to build up extra lumber buffer. And then we only use the Grunt for information. Maybe it was too many moving parts for you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's say the Peon goes home. Once you confirm where he is, because technically you could lose sight of where he is. Now you know where he is. Technically, what you would want to do here is you confirm he has immolation. You see how well he's creeping it. And you check
what does that mean?
item
How
it
well
is.
he's creeping it?
This camp can be done taking almost no damage at all
Okay.
for Night Elf
He
at
did
the
not do
higher
that.
level. Yeah, he did not. So what this means is his moonwells are going to be emptier than usual. And that is just a note for the future that if it comes to a sparring match where you're both hitting each other, you know his moonwells are going to be emptier than usual because he crept this poorly. And that may be important later, or it may not make a difference because Elf OP moonwells will be full again. But
Got him.
it is nice to know if potion of invulnerability or not. And it was on the ground, but you didn't click it. Try to click it.
Okay.
Okay, so here, double solve. You didn't necessarily need to heal solve yet. Technically, you could have taken this creep and find a slippers or a gauntlet, which would be the best. But mantle is also very good, and cloak has purposes as well.
Okay.
Alright, so you could have taken this guy, and then you save one heal solve.
Okay.
Because essentially, heal solve 400, you're only lacking 300. You creep this, you'll be lacking 450. You get a full use of heal solve, provided you spend it the full 45 seconds. So in this moment, I would like for you to know whether he goes back and heals or whether he's taking this. So Peon could have done that. However, there is the ensnare risk, so either Peon or Grunt could get attacked. Here, it is fine for you to start hitting wisps, and I think you did. But no point if he moves. Then you can just stop, because wisps are faster.
Okay.
Blade goes across, you get circlet, you attack this. By this time, we confirm that this camp is missing. So now we're thinking in options. He can come to where you are, or he can go to this camp. He could even heal up full. In fact, I don't think he can heal up full because he took too much damage. If he was full, he could maybe take this camp, though it will be costly, and then he can't heal up full. This is why it's good to know he took damage, because now I've mentally crossed off his natural as a valid creep route.
Okay.
You can see why once he heals up. if he had clicked the Moonwell, he will be 85% health and 60, 70% mana. If he then takes this, he will drop to 5% health, go back, and be barely able to heal up. So the reason I'm asking you to scout with Grunt, because there's two options. He either comes for where you are, or he goes for this camp up here. At this moment, you have a decision. You may not be aware of it. We didn't talk about it. There's certainly no time to talk about it. But you have a decision now. You can either finish up the whole camp, which is XP efficient.
Or I can jack the guy.
Yeah. And you want to steal his claws. And if you keep your Grunt on him, always close, but never away. There's no need for you to look at your blade. This is bad. You should instantly turn around.
Okay. Yeah, I walked with my blade instead. I was afraid of him coming here.
Yeah, but there's no fear. You have Windwall.
Yeah, I know. I'm afraid. My blade is low. I see it red in the top left.
Yeah, but now that he goes top, when you see the health he's missing, you know he can't take the natural if you know the creep camp, which is a qualifier that you may not have yet.
Yeah.
He should not be able to take the natural. But if he does, you want to be there. And if he takes this, you want to be there as well. And now that you know he went back to his own side of the map, this is basically a good thing because it means our burrows aren't getting cancelled and we know where he is and we're near and we found a hobby to do near him. So you're currently being valuable. He just spent time not being valuable, chasing a grunt that he cannot get.
If they have boots, they can snipe it, no?
He couldn't have had boots yet.
Oh, it's too early in the day?
No, he gets the boots from the shop. He was in his main. We saw him the whole game. First with Peon, then with Grunt. And so when we're running with Grunt, we make sure not to run like this. Because then he can be like, take the boots and continue to chase much more efficiently.
Yeah.
So when you're running this Grunt away, you would run here and then here. Never walk past the shop against a hero that is likely to want to buy boots, but you don't want them to buy boots. So at this moment, you should abandon every creep you have, walk left, because you realize you lost sight of him, but there's only one place he can go. And even if you thought there's two places he can go, you want to cover both. So you take 2 steps away, start your heals off, wind walk, you walk here, see he's not there, then you start walking here. Or better yet, if your grunt sees him, you can be much more efficient. Right? If your grunt still sees him and is walking here, you can walk away here, heal solve yourself here once the murlocs are gone. Keep walking without windwalk, keep walking without windwalk, keep walking without windwalk, and then you have more time.
Yeah.
The problem is if you don't check with grunt, you don't know when you should start it. And you also don't know if he has evasion or mana burn. We would prefer not to be mana burned, and we would prefer for him not to know that blade is near.
Yeah.
So by you finishing this, which is very low value, 20 XP per murloc, he got 48 XP, 48 XP, and I don't know, however much, 28, whatever. So he got more than you because he has more units, and because of this, any time waste you inflict on him is better for you than for him, because he has more crippling power. So if everything went well, then you would have stolen this, and you would have gotten Gloves of Haste instead of him. You would be low, and you would be not getting the full use out of a heal solve, but that's fine. Okay, so now, now that I know that he crept that camp, and I told you about this, you want to have your grunt here, or here. This was actually better. I was thinking here, but this is fine. And the reason I thought here is because he could already be here soon. I didn't know how long it was taking him to creep this. So if your grunt is here, then you know when he goes onto the map. And if he does not go on the map, then you have a grunt confirmation that his demon is not on the map.
Well, what if he goes to the bottom side, runs around?
There's not. Yeah, that's a map knowledge thing. There's nothing here. This is too hard. This is too hard. This is too far. This is too far. Or at least this one, usually they walk through the middle to get here. So it's kind of a map knowledge thing. Every single camp, too hard, too hard, too hard, too far. And this is potentially valid because by going for this, he's not just maybe taking it for himself, but also taking it away from you. Also maybe creepjacking you here because he still doesn't know where your blade is. He hasn't seen it.
Yeah.
He knows one of your grunts isn't around, but you could have double headhunter and take this, maybe. So based on what you know the map offers, there is no chance for him to go anywhere except left to the natural or mid in order to start maybe getting boots, check if you're trying to greet the goblin shop. Maybe he's going to go for your small green, this small green. Maybe he's going to go for your expo. Maybe he's ready to start hiring a hero. Probably not. We saw triple Moonwell before tech. At least maybe you saw it,
Yeah,
if you
I saw it.
remember, when your peon scouted.
Yeah.
So triple Moonwell doesn't get fast second hero. So that's cool. That's a cool thing to know. That means that most likely he's not done creeping yet, generally. Because second heroes are a way of expediting pressure. So I'm thinking his best play is a full heal up and then just take his natural because he has not been messed yet with.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want your grunt here. And then I'm expecting him to show up here. And then the longer he's not here, the more likely you are allowed to use one of your windwalks. You've been very thrifty so far. This is not a bad thing, right? You're allowed to walk in here with a windwalk. So what actually happens? You send your grunt here. You see him. You run away immediately. This is a good thing. And then I told you, creep is natural. This is, I will say this is a little... It is cool, but your second grunt is a little late, and it's because your burrow was late.
Yeah.
Had your second grunt been earlier, then it would have been here already. And then this would be really cool. So the power in early game Warcraft 3 is anytime you're using a few units to find out the movement of the many. There's nothing more valuable than Demon. He will never solo creep with archers.
Yeah, it's not possible.
You could solo creep this with 2 or 3 grunts, by the way.
Okay.
But if you're using 3 food to know where 5 food is, which is most likely followed by 6 plus, which is 11, you've got a 3 food time occupation on 11. And that means that your 5 plus 3 is 8 is being productive, whereas his 11 is unproductive, and your 3 is being productive by making him unproductive.
Yeah.
And so by walking away, okay, now you're thinking he's probably going to get boots.
Yeah.
There's only 3 reasons why he might go here. 4. There's 4 reasons why he might go here.
Okay, dust, boots. He wants to creep it?
5 reasons. That's it.
Okay.
5 and 6 is right out.
7 tops. All right, give him to me.
Dust,
Yeah.
boots of speed,
Yeah.
staff of Telegiggle. He saw your blade with a wisp and he's coming to defend what's his. He didn't see it. This is number 4. He saw your blade,
Okay.
right? 5, he wants to creep it. 6, he thinks you're creeping it.
Right.
There's
Yeah.
no 7. But the thing I'm thinking mostly is he's going to get boots so that next time your grunt looks at him, he can punish it harder.
Yeah.
But very big problem is you do not look. You stopped.
Yeah. He was gangster move.
He's actually on hold. He's on hold position. Because he should have aggroed on this.
Upgrade complete.
Oh, he's smart. And he actually had money all along. He knew you lost sight of him and decided to do a bit of trolling. That was very smart by him, actually. So now your decision making isn't as informed. Because I thought the only way from here, if you didn't see him, is if he went up. But then your grunt went up, connected with your blade, and you didn't see him. And I was like, I don't know. That means he must have got like this, get boots, and then run here. And he'd be here. And then I really don't know what would happen next. But too much time has passed. I decided to order you to kill these creeps.
Yeah.
And actually, this is a weird play by him because, as I said, triple Moonwell, his tech isn't done. Had he teched with double Moonwell, it would have been done. So then he gets boots, he has 3 archers, he buys a circlet, whatever. He makes a huntress, kind of whatever. And then he just shoves into your base. Now, if your base layout was good, this shouldn't really do too much. But you didn't know his race, so I'm going to let it pass. This would have been good against human, but he's Night Elf, so it's bad.
Yeah.
Had you known he's Night Elf, or in the course of this game, you could put 1 peon to gather trees here, and you could try to body block him here, but this is too big to body block with 1 peon.
Okay.
Fair enough. So we get this, he comes in here. So basically, this is forfeit. If he wants, this is forfeit. You can know this now. That means that this peon becomes your new tech building maker. I know you were aware of it sometimes. Just build your totem here, slip away a peon, build your bestiary here, cancel this, 1 peon per burrow. Don't, yeah, this is because I asked you to do it. You tried. Immediately want to start our tech. It's also okay to make an extra peon by now because you know you're getting screwed over. You're going to have lumber issues later. You can make it already.
Yeah.
You show up. Remember, you have crystal ball. You can deal with archers if you know where they are. This is a recurring problem for you right now, and you will continue losing games because of this, unless it's fixed. His demon is in your base.
Yeah.
It is a big opening, but you have tools. This huntress is already dead. You need to become more specific with your micro. And you're still like mostly moving from space to space. You need to start achieving specific goals. You've got the tools. So in this situation, I would put Blade Shadow in group 1, and I would immediately retoggle my grunts to group 2.
Okay.
You need to do a lot of control group shuffling because it allows you to do more specific micro. If everything is in 1, in order to do a wall off here, if his demon starts running up, you will press 1 and then you will right click here. But now certain things stop happening that you liked. Like you like your Blade Shadow to kill this huntress.
Yeah.
If you start making new groups, you can have multiple things going at the same time in a fight. So at this moment, we start to understand the need for splitting because we don't want to let the demon get out for free. This is bad. If he does, he might cancel the totem, or worse. Finish this off with group 1, which is Blade Shadow. Immediately retool this group 2. Press group 2. Right click here. 1 grunt here, 1 grunt here. Press hold. Blade finishes off the huntress. Shadow walks here. Open the wall for Shadow. Grunt here. Shadow goes in. Grunt goes back here. Shadow comes in. Moment we can, we look. Which are the healthy peons? We are not mining right now. This is bad. Even though the elf is doing a noob move, a lot of elves do this because it's actually worth it. But when I say noob move, I don't mean it's ineffective. I mean it doesn't require a lot of skill. You turn on immolation, you walk into the base, right?
Yeah.
But the value he's getting is income deprivation. He's already 120 gold ahead of you, and for every second that passes, you're another 10 gold behind.
Yeah.
He's losing something he's okay with losing, a pound total, right? So he was not going to sell this. He was maybe going to use this game if he falls behind. But if he's ahead, he'll never use it. Mm-hmm. He's getting ahead now. So when he ends up using this, he does lose something he could have sold. But technically, he's not in any way behind until you force him to use it again when he hasn't got it.
Yeah.
So it is important to not lose too much gold here. And so you look at your burrows. Click, 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 click. Take the 5, go back to gold. This is the most important restoration we need to do fast.
Okay.
So instead, you don't need this 3rd grunt, right? You don't need every grunt to kill the huntress. Yeah. So now we let him get away, totally undeserved. Here, what you do, clarity, speed scroll, and shadow. As you notice, you ran out of mana.
Yeah.
Also, your act of clicking demon was lacking. You're not hitting him now. Now you hit him.
Research finished.
Speed scroll is kind of early, too early. And then, what's this?
I think I lost. I thought he was the frog, I think, guys.
Oh, he teleported!
I was confused there.
All right, Shadow needs to keep moving. So everything you right-click on the demon, and then Shadow needs to be controlled with F2 to start moving. And if you had clarity, you would turn it on right now.
Yeah.
And then you'll have more.
Yeah.
And then this.
Yeah, it's not.
So you really just need to right-click him with everything, and then manually control your Blade Shadow. That's it. You don't need to do fancy things with the grunts. Just make sure to click him. And this is again a control group issue because had your grunts been still in control group 2, then you would never touch them again, which is what we want. And then Blades can use Windwalk to bypass the collision of Demon and Grunts, and Shadow can be manually controlled with F2 in order to get ahead of him and then get the Hex out.
Yeah.
This is where the speed scroll should have been used. Not earlier. Not when you're here and he's here. And had you had clarity, then you can get another hit. So at this point... yeah.
At this point, you said creep. So I walked away with everything.
With Shadow!
Yeah, Shadow command. I'm on level 3.
Okay, this is true in every matchup. Shadow needs level 2 and needs level 3.
Okay.
If you've got 3 grunts in the Shadow,
They're
and you are
creeping.
not currently dying, you need to go creep. And it's your blade that's the janitor that cleans up shit.
Okay.
For a while, you needed both. But now you don't need both anymore.
Yeah. So now the janitor comes in action.
Yeah. And we knew he has invul. We clicked him before.
No, I forgot.
Yeah, peon here, peon, bring more peons. Obviously, at this moment, it's over.
Yeah.
Because we have 800, this much. Basically, we are about 3 minutes behind on tech. No, that's not true. That's an exaggeration. 2 minutes behind on bestiary, 5 minutes behind on totem.
Our town is under attack.
This is, I mean, here you're already quite behind. And he had illusions, which was cool.
How do you think I should go about about learning the maps? I think too much of the stuff, like it's all being kind of bottlenecked by me not knowing the maps very well. Like, what is the best way to kind of go about it?
Do you have any maps thumb down?
No, 0.
Yeah, that's step number 1.
Okay. Which ones
Just
do
to
I
kind of,
just randomly or?
it's to narrow the same amount of maps you're learning
Yeah.
at the same time. So this should have been done. I should have given you that tip before. You ask a very good question. We just want to narrow things down.
Okay, I remove Shattered Exile.
Hell yeah. Shallow Grave. Remove Shallow Grave. Pit map. Ice creeps everywhere and snare. Shattered and Shallow should be down.
Yeah, they're down.
I don't know how you feel about Springtime. I don't love it.
It's gone.
Gloomstalker, turn it down. It's very non-classic.
Gone.
It's got a lot of weird things about it. And then, so you've got 4 down now, and you can down 1 more. Echo is a real good classic map, very easy to learn. So I have it
keep it.
down because I played it 10,000 times and I'm bored of it. But you should keep it up.
Yeah.
And then I think you can also... Well, Lost Temple plays out very differently than others. You could turn it off for that reason. Twisted Meadows is also a bit tricky, but it's quite nice for Orc, actually.
And I know a bit of Twisted Meadows.
From before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lost
Concealed
Temple,
Hill.
I can't remember if that was even in the map pool when I played.
Concealed Hill. I think you should turn down Concealed Hill.
Okay, instead of Lost Temple?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Concealed Hill, there are not so many creeps, so there's not so many choices. Well, maybe this is a good thing, actually, for you.
We keep it in then.
There are a bunch of tricks. Let me show you a couple. It's kind of messed up. If you want to do things the proper way.
Oh, I've seen Lynn do
You've seen
the
that
level
shit?
7 creep there with the hex.
Okay, sure. You've seen that. Do you understand the mechanics?
Well, not quite. I think the unit gets confused when it comes out of hex.
Yeah. And it forgets where it came from. But you have to keep hitting it. Keep hexing and hitting.
Keep hexing it? I thought he didn't hex it another time.
Oh, no, that's true. You're right. You don't have to keep hexing it. You have to keep hitting it
With the same unit?
with the Shadow Hunter.
Yeah.
If,
No
if
one
you
else.
hit it with a melee, he will turn around, get mad, and suddenly he'll remember he left the stove on. He'll go home.
I was
Makes
watching
total
this,
sense.
and I'd never seen this before. Like, it's so weird. Does he always do that, the very fat one?
Often.
Okay. What a guy.
I like that you don't mind. Like, I feel like if I was playing a new RTS and someone told me about convoluted mechanics like this, I would be a little annoyed that the game requires me to play with such convoluted mechanics.
Piss poor.
Ah,
it's funny, no?
part of the game, skill
Yeah.
issue.
Nah, I think this is the beauty of it. It's it is very funny, this type of stuff.
This is a very weird one. I hope I'm doing it right.
Hero and obey. What you want?
Can I help you?
Look at this. He didn't inner fire. He didn't heal. We are a hacker, man.
Ah. You used to do this on Echo Isle as well with the Bloodlust man, no? In the middle
Yep.
marketplace.
Yeah, Ogre Mage wouldn't Bloodlust if you went inside of him.
Is this still the case?
Yeah, it's still the case. Except Echo has had a slight reconfiguration, and more of the melee creeps can hit you than before. People don't really go for that Ogre Mage much anymore.
They used to drop a fat item too, no? Like a heal, greater heal.
Yeah, that's very good.
Yeah.
So the way to do it is you kind of stand inside. So if this is the troll, you stand here on his toes.
Okay.
And then when you're windwalked on his toes, then you hit the Ogre Mage while a grunt is 300, 400 range away. So stupid, right?
Very nice.
Okay, that's one. And then on the other side, it's also possible to be done. The grunt is, by the way, not essential to be part of the whole thing. He still won't inner fire, but you're not strong enough to do the camp without a grunt.
Yeah.
And if you come from afar, he's going to get ensnared.
Yeah, of course.
So the way that ensnare works is that it will ensnare new targets that come within 700 range.
Okay.
It will prioritize those. So even if you've got units on patrol, like this, it's the new unit that newly enters the box of his aggro and snare range that will prioritize getting ensnared.
Can it find units? There's no fog of war for them, right?
Correct. So if you know an enemy is creeping here, and your grunt walks like this,
Yeah.
the trapper will suddenly see like, adios amigos, and he will go around the corner.
Yeah. I
And he'll
had
be
it
like,
on a
I know
map
it.
where all of a sudden the trapper, he went all the way around to throw a net at someone.
Yeah, wisp.
Yeah, probably.
I think the way to do it here is standing inside the priest as well. No. All right, I don't remember how to do it here. But if you watch any Lin or Fly, they'll probably show you how.
Okay.
So I only remember from the top because I happened to see it yesterday.
Are creep routes a little bit similar in matchups or more?
Not really.
Okay.
I would like to watch maybe a replay with you.
Yes, please.
Pro replay. Can be Orc Elf.
Orc
Let
Elf.
me check who's the winner. Okay. This one doesn't have a show winner. Okay, let's watch this one. So I'll download this and I'll show it to you.
Oh, I have one more question. If the Demon Hunter or Blade Master gets boots, then I'm running my grunts home, or what is the logic there?
Yeah, once a demon gets boots, he's going to want to click anything he sees. He will have much greater cast efficiency, and just like kind of tracing him like I asked for you to do before is no longer valid because he will just do too much damage every time your grunt shows up.
Yeah.
So against the boots demon, once you know where he is, you're roughly going to know what he wants. Oh, never mind. This is not the altar opening. It's useless. Once you know where the demon is, you're going to know what he wants for the most part. And then, yeah, it's kind of hard to say, but like usually when they go boots, they're not doing a massive archer rush because that needs money and boots is money. So he is aiming to do harass damage with boots. And so you need to make yourself not weak. So you're not going to start a giant camp nearby because he will find you.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
That's the best thing I can say about that. For the rest, it's kind of hard to make hard and fast rules about it.
Okay. What about No, never mind. I forgot already. Probably wasn't important.
Anytime you have a question.
Yeah.
Okay. This is Soin. Replay ladder against Lil DC. I didn't know he's still playing. You remember him?
Yeah, of course. Swedish, right?
Yeah. Daniel Klesson. All right. Soin decided to do a burrow here. And I think that he did this is because European Night Elves sometimes like to send their demon in with Immolation at level 1. So basically what they do is they take this camp with Immolation. They use a Wisp to scout what Blade is doing. And once they see Blade takes this, and then they see the timing of the shop, they say, okay, that's a early shop, which means early shop means 1 Ogre Warrior into shop, and then into the map. And then they're either going to get another item, slippers, or go to the Night Elf, right? So once they know that, just from seeing your shop timing, they can predict the next 1 minute.
Yeah.
And they know where you're going to walk. What people generally do not do with a shop at 30 lumber, which he will soon have, right? What people generally do not do with a 30 lumber shop is take the Ogre Warrior, get heal solve, walk here, take this. It's just not what that build is meant to achieve. So he knows you're gonna run to him.
Yeah.
And because of that, Demon can Immolation creep this, and then walk like this,
Work complete.
which will definitively avoid your Blade. Then he Immolations and goes into your gold mine peons. When your burrow is 10%, your Blade is on the other side of the map, and your grunt is checking here. So this is actually a very vulnerable spot for Orc. And if I'm against Sonic, I need to remember, like when I'm not on autopilot, I forget and I lose the game because of it. But when I remember, I change my whole build for it and my walking path. So I think the reason his burrow is here is that at least, even if his burrow gets cancelled, he can save his gold peons. Okay, do you see this?
Yeah.
You see how he walks back? He gets a hit and then he walks back. Of course, they turned around for some reason. I don't know why actually.
Mirror image?
But he doesn't get his grunt ensnared. So he's gonna go mirror image. Demon comes across, looking to buy an item. Didn't like what he saw, probably only ring or it didn't spawn yet. It spawns every 30 seconds items that have already dropped on the map or of the same level.
Oh.
So his resources, he actually prioritized War Mill over Burrow. So I think it's gonna be like Grunt Headhunter. Nice. Note where his second burrow is. Note where he did not build it.
There. Too vulnerable.
If you made a crappy base layout for the situation, now that you know, oh, Demon is near. Or like when you played that Orc Mirror game, and I said, hey, your build did not connect with what I told you. Then you were like, where do I build burrow here? And you can't build it there anymore, right? Like it has to be here. Because here you make him go as far as possible. You can block him from here with a peon. You can block him from here by throwing 2 peons in front. And so now you've got some way to save it. The next burrow can either be here, but you'll block a totem location, or you can end up building it here, or you can build it somewhere here. But he doesn't need it yet. So against Night Elf, you often want to have as many stat items as possible on Blade. Because the Demon is such a mother trucker, so tanky, Blade is like your main DPS. And so you want items. So that's what he's looking for. So now actually he doesn't know where Demon is, but what he does know is that Demon crept 1 camp, came across, did 1 or 2 mana burns, and then left. Basically, Soin likes this because Demon spent time walking halfway across the map and then away again to wherever, instead of creeping to level 3. So instead of saying, now I don't know where Alpha is anymore, he's instead not worried about where Night Elf is, because he knew that Night Elf wasted at least part of his early game getting minimal gains. So how do you get ahead against someone that wasted time by not wasting time? So if he starts looking for the elf, he can either find him right away on this marketplace, great. But if he's wrong, then he wasted his time.
Yeah.
He could look for him here. If he's right, great. But if he's wrong, he wasted time. So he is investing in a guaranteed value of item finding.
Yeah.
And in fact, now I think what he's going to do, go to the shop, buy Circlet, and if he doesn't see the elf, he's just going to book it. He has 0 risk because he had speed scroll. So with the Circlet, he can go for this troll, then this troll, making sure to tank the trolls with Blade, because piercing does reduced damage on heroes. And normal does normal damage on everything. But piercing does full on heavy. So he wants his grunt to be hit by the ogre mauler, and he wants the heroes to be hit by the piercing. So he will go here with the blade, and then here with the grunt. And he will first hit with the blade, so that the berserkers hit the blade, and then the ogre will start hitting the grunt. He'll kill this, and then he goes here, and he does it again to the other. I think that's what's going to happen. And that will give him level 2.8. He will have the circlet, he will get the consumable. And even though Night Elf might be doing the most valuable thing on the map, which in fact he is, an Ancient of War Creep on the mercenary camp, he doesn't feel like it's worth it to go here because he could be wrong. And he hasn't got the Peon scouting. So he has mirror image, so that actually changes things a little bit.
I will count it as a win.
We'll count it as a win. It's basically the same thing. And he did buy the circlet, see?
Yeah, pre-watched.
So, not pre-watched. Not pre
Sure.
Not pre-watched. So at the moment, he doesn't know if it's going to be bears or talents.
Okay, he doesn't know if it's going to be bears or talents. Why doesn't he know?
He hasn't scouted it, right? He
Okay,
doesn't know if there's a hunter's hall. He hasn't seen any units. All he has seen is a demon showed up, mana burned, and left. That's all he knows. And now he scouted this. He's like, okay, when you went home, you took the Merc camp. So had the demon had immolation after Merc camp, he would have crept this. But because he doesn't have immolation, what's more likely is that he goes home and then sets up to compete over the marketplace. Because for all Night Elf knows, maybe Orc is on the marketplace. So I think Night Elf may show up here or here. This is very easy to do with immolation, but without, a little harder. So let's see. He is in fact going for the marketplace.
This is a winning, though, for Elfman, no?
Yeah, this is a better for Elf, because he's getting a high value item. He can even buy items from the marketplace as well to buff up his demon even more. A demon 3 with 9 armor and a claws? You can pick up any random hero. You could headbutt the keyboard on the tavern and shove this demon into Orc base, and it will be in a world of trouble.
All right.
So he actually did a double Merc buy, and this is now seen. Forest Troll Berserkers, I did the maths on them recently. They're actually really efficient DPS for their cast, even though they're instant higher and don't require a barracks. So they're a very coveted unit for anybody. Look at their damage, 28, 37.
Yeah. Yeah, they're banging.
Mana burn level 2. Very surprised to see if Soin will stay alive here. Basically, what he needs to do now is he needs to buy time. This is unwinnable. This is a completely unwinnable fight. He's got double grunt. No tech buildings yet. He lost the headhunter. This is a double merc hire. What he does know is that because of the double merc hire, Elf does not have tech coming up. So while you see this many units, and this could have been 7-8 archers, and it's the same thing. Sometimes people go 7-8 archers, but this is better, but it will be the same thing. If you meet 7-8 archers by the time your shadow is out, it means he has nothing at home. And he's probably going to be like 800 lumber soon. He's 400 lumber now, but he's not spending it. Notice how he's maxed out. No Hunter's Hole, no winds, no lures, nothing. So your goal here is to stay alive. And he does that by making sure that he has a heal potion from the Voodoo Lounge. Anytime you get attacked, like when you got attacked by the Wyverns, you need to start leaning on your shop for immediate benefits. Heal pot, mana pot. Heal pot, mana pot.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Your barracks needs to be in full production anytime you get attacked. And so if a human is throwing 6 footmen at you, you're saving all your headhunters, you're saving your grunts, you're trying to do what you can. I've seen you micro that very, very well against the human. But you can also start making another unit from the barracks.
Yeah.
Especially if they cancel your bestiary and totem.
Yeah.
Then you definitely want to make sure you start making headhunters. Just, a way to spend money.
Yeah.
So what he needs to do now is he needs to empty this burrow. It's way too premature. And build a Voodoo Lounge here.
Yeah.
Meet with his Shadow and Blade. Come here. Ideally, he has crit level 2, but mirror image level 2 is fine as well. And then the most important thing to produce here is the Walker. The Walker is the most defensive unit. A Raider without a Snare does nothing. And then Snare lasts even longer than a Raider. So there's almost no point to make a Raider here, even though it's normally your go-to unit. But the situation has changed. We are now in a fight to stay alive. So in my opinion, the Bestiary could almost not be used, or you make a Kodo Beast. Now, Kodo is not fantastic against this much range and Frost Arrow, but I just feel like a Kodo will do probably more than a raider. And better yet, to just make non-stop grunt walker.
Grunt Walker. Yeah.
2 walkers and grunts.
Yeah.
And when the fight actually breaks out, once it gets to the point where you can no longer defend, let's say he goes for your burrow.
Yeah.
You stand and watch, buy as much time as you can, because he's most likely capped and you're not capped yet on army.
Yeah.
So he goes for the burrow, you take out all the peons, you start mass repairing this. It drops to half life, you can wait no longer. You start attacking from below, you empty your burrow because he's going to move backwards over here. Empty burrow, take the 5 lumber peons, a move behind him and never touch them again for a while. Then you turn on speed scroll and that's your defense. Okay, let's see what happens. See, here's the shop. You need a backup shop. This is a stupid go on the totem. It's too late. Not a good start. He's targeting the high DPS, low health priest. Notice how he brought the 5 peons, like I said. This is absolutely a must. He's saving speed scroll to save a unit or to chase. Oh, that was a very bad speed scroll. He gave the heal pot to his blade, note. Every little piece of junk you can throw at him, even the kitchen sink, is an extra help here because peons do a lot of damage to mercs. Notice how he split units. Ranged units do not want to stand still against melee, so by spreading your units on different targets, all of them will get spread, which actually reduces his potential focus fire on you.
Yeah.
He did make shop. Had he not made shop, he may still die in the next 1 minute. But because he did make it, he can go home. He's making Grunt Walker.
Wow.
He barely used his bestiary, just like I said.
What a crazy defense.
It's a very tough defense. Much harder for Orc than for Elf.
Yeah, so well done. Some of the boys that do this to me, they always have the Ancient of Wonders there with it.
Oh, sure, yeah. Even more all in.
Yeah, not a fan of that.
Well, look, a Grunt is still attacking. Okay, he's just seen his first Talon. Raider running, and Snare finishes. Nice, that's a kill. The Raider runs again. By running away, he can do another Ensnare.
Yeah. Raiders,
He'll come back.
I keep forgetting that they actually have no damage at all.
Only against talents and buildings.
Awful unit.
Yeah, very, very weak unit. You cannot fight with it.
Yeah. But you also can't fight without it.
Correct. Did you know Mana Burn will only get a cancel if it's 21 mana or more?
I did not know that.
So he was running away with Heals of Clarity. So Shadow is an agility hero. Most agility heroes have 320 movement speed. Demon also has 320. And all mounted heroes have 320. Which is 320 is the fastest base movement speed.
Okay.
So Archmage 320, Farseer 320, Death Knight I believe is 320, but Naga is like 290. So Naga is slower. So when Shadow is running from Demon, it's the same movement speed, right? So if you walk in a straight line, he will never get the mana burn.
Yeah.
But the turn rate for Shadow is, I believe, 0.5, and the turn rate for Demon is 0.6. Higher is better. So he's slightly better at rotating.
Yeah.
Slightly. And that means that the more corners you make, the more likely he is to get a very skillful max range mana burn. And and so when he was... I gotta slip some in. I gotta slip a couple of in.
Yeah, it's fine.
So when he got to 90 mana from Clarity, he quickly did a self-heal wave. And then the mana burn hit for -2. And that did not cancel the remainder of the Clarity.
Yeah.
And so what does he do now? Harstem, what does he do now? You know he has talents.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does he do now? He...
Yeah.
Well, if you have a mirror image, you can't run this bad boy across the map, can you?
You could run the bad boy across the map if you like. The next one, anyway. This is too short.
Okay.
He is
When you
actually
creep the
running
Shadow
well.
Hunter, that's what you do.
Yeah, and what is the winning picture? How do we close out this game? Besides staying alive,
Wait,
eventually.
close out this game? We're winning right now?
No, of course not. We're losing.
Okay, yeah.
Sun Tzu said,
How do we...
in order to win, first you must secure the way not to die.
Hey, it's not wrong. I would like a berserker. Right?
Yeah, Berserker is very good against this.
And some raiders, some spirit walkers. I think that's about it.
Sure. Yeah, but that's not the way to win the game. We don't know how to win the game, right? That's just stuff we make.
Okay.
How do we? You can pick one of 10 advantages. Warcraft 3 has like 10 plus different advantages you can have. You can have better items. You can have better hero choices that counter his. You can have higher hero levels. You can have a greater army, bigger, or your army counters his. You can have better upgrades. You can have a higher tech army, right? You can have more bases than the opponent. Or you can play for a larger portion of the game on no upkeep when the enemy is in upkeep. You can also have better maneuverability, which means you choose when to fight. And you can have an impenetrable main base, which again, together with maneuverability, means you choose when to fight. So we have to choose one of these 10 advantages to win the game.
We want healing
So-
scrolls.
Again, not part of the advantages part. That is a consumable that can give you better items, but you need to pick one of the 10 ways of advantage types. Better heroes, more items. Better army, bigger army. Better heroes, more heroes, higher level heroes, more expansions, lower upkeep. These are the mechanics. There's also other types of advantages. They're a bit more ephemeral, like I have better micro than him.
Yeah.
Right. So even though I'm behind, I'm going to win by micro. I know this. Right. That kind of thing. And then better maneuverability means rat style. I heard you started screenshotting bad manner messages that your opponents gave you in Warcraft 3.
Yeah, I started it yesterday morning. I haven't played so much in the last 24 hours, but I got 2 of them.
Yeah, one of them called you a rat.
Yeah, let me see.
This is a term to describe someone that does hit and run.
I didn't even do a hit and run. He just like calling me a rat, I think. Let me see what he said.
By character, okay.
Bro,
not by
you
playstyle.
rat, play elf. That's what he said. Which is weird. I think he was elf himself, so maybe it was like a challenge, you know?
Oh, wow, okay. He didn't know how ironic it was, what he said.
Yeah. And the other guy said orcs boosted, but he misspelled it. It's funny that often the people that flame you are very poor at spelling.
Yeah. So, Harstem, you repeat to me the types of advantages you can have in Warcraft 3.
All 12?
Yes. Go.
Okay. Bigger army, as in size. Better army. Better heroes. Higher level heroes. Better items. More maneuverability. Fortified base defense. More expansions. I don't know. I missed some.
Better rat. Right?
Better rat?
base trade capabilities.
Okay, better base rate capabilities.
Better vision can be part of it. But the most important one is playing for a longer period of time on lower upkeep than enemy, which is also a type of gold advantage.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty good list. So now you can pick one. I just wrote this all to you on Discord. Pick the one that we are going to leverage. Occasionally, you will win a game in your own base where you did not have to decide any of this. You just tried to stay alive, and it worked.
Okay. Well, in this particular game, so we need to pick something that's realistic. I don't think it's possible to get better heroes because this guy's got the Demon Hunter.
You're 3-1. He's 3-2. You're already behind in levels.
Yeah,
We know
behind in
this.
levels, and the hero composition of the is just better. Our army, they have Cyclone. MS Cycloners. Yeah, I don't actually know if... I mean, it shouldn't be that just building pure talents is the best. So surely we're going to have a
can
better
be.
army.
It can be the best. Though the usual second hero is Beast.
Yeah, and third
which is
Tinker then, right?
And third Tinker, yeah. But the second hero has been replaced a lot sometimes. Sometimes it's Keeper, sometimes it's Beast. It also shows that it's not as sensitive as I once thought. Like you lost to a Demon Panda thing. Basically, you can go with a suboptimal second hero into the late game with talents by using the second hero to achieve certain goals. It can be some power creeping of the Panda, or it can be the pressure that he did with the Naga, which is stronger with the Naga than it would have been with something else.
Yeah.
So he has bought his way into the late game with an illicit advantage and is now covering for the relative weakness, though it is not large, of the Naga with the advantage that he has gained.
Yeah, of course. Let's see, what else do we have, Peter? I mean,
Are we expanding? Are we hit and running? Are we rushing him? Are we playing on lower upkeep for longer? Are we out creeping him?
I think we need to hit and run him a little bit.
Okay, and to what end? What are we scaling towards? Will we eventually have the higher quality army? And if we are going for a higher quality army, let's do a theoretical, hypothetical. Let's say we fast forward 20 minutes. All he did was make talents. He's 80 food. What would you want to have? What's the best army you could make?
I'd probably want a bunch of berserkers. 2 or 3.
So you're tier 3 and Forest Troll Berserkers, okay.
Yeah.
Not the Headhunter Berserkers,
No,
okay.
no, those guys, they can suck.
Sure, 3 of these. So, approved. Good.
I'd like a bunch of Spirit Walkers.
Yeah, how many?
Like
80 pop talent. You're 80.
Like 4 or 5.
Could be 6 too.
6 too. I mean, if we are this high in supply, I feel like we are forced into having a Kodo in there.
Yeah, definitely one Kodo. Though your chat correctly told you this morning that Kodo is generally to be avoided against mass talents.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
It's too valuable of a Cyclone target.
Yeah.
1 Cyclone on a Raider, 3 pop, 1 Cyclone on a Kodo, 4 pop, denial.
Yeah.
But agree, on 80 pop, you're going to have a Kodo. What? In fact, let me ask this.
Oh,
What's
wait. We could upgrade. Talents can be upgraded.
Sure. That's a leverageable advantage, upgrade advantage, which was not on the list. Though it's kind of covered under better army.
Yeah. Okay.
But upgrade advantage is definitely something you can leverage. In particular, important in Bear Mirror, in the old school Orc Mirror as well.
Does it
Good.
matter? Because talents you can't upgrade at all, right? Armor or
Correct.
attack?
Cannot.
Yeah.
But he can do a tech switch to Bears, which is gnarly. Master Talent, Master Bears.
Oh. Yeah, that does sound fun.
Which is what they do when they have both of those. They Master Bear a lot.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Wait, the rest of my army. Let me think. I don't think I want any grunts. They suck balls.
Correct. 0 grunts.
Yeah. I want a bunch of raiders.
How many?
Like 7, 6.
Sure. Correct. Anything else? Would you want Torrents, Wyverns, Bats, Catapults?
Oh, do I want a catapult? I think I want a catapult.
How many?
2.
Yeah. Good. Okay, this is a very good army. Keep that in mind. All of that you just mentioned is your late game army with Blade Shadow against Talents. Everything was perfect.
Nice. That's sick.
6 Walkers, 7 Raiders, 1 Kodo, 3, 4 Forest Troll Berserkers, 2, 3 Catapults. That's your 80 food army,
Okay.
right? And you can get an armor upgrade because with that many Raiders, armor starts getting good.
Yeah.
And also you can get a ranged attack upgrade, even though you only have 2, 3 Catapults. Because maybe you also mix in 1 or 2 Headhunters or whatever. That's if you have money and it doesn't stop something else. You want to have 3 heal scrolls. You want to have 2 mana potions on your shadow. Right, that's for the very late game. Now, you mentioned we may have to do a bit of ratting. Things that can hamper you in ratting is frost lightning. Sorry, frost arrow, which may pick off units, and cyclone surrounds.
Yeah.
And if he has keeper, and he's actually making keeper, he feels so ahead. He's gonna go keeper 3rd because he feels the rat coming.
Yeah.
He could have gone priestess. He could have gone beast tinker, right? But he feels so ahead. He's like, the only way I lose this is if I get ratted. So I'll make sure every time we meet, I'll get an entangle on a raider.
Yeah.
So when we rat, we must be ready to disenchant fast to remove entangles. If we get caught by frost, we want to speed scroll out, so we need plenty of speed scrolls. But there's only 2 ways to make rats worth it. 1, you are playing on a lower upkeep than the opponent. And you're on 1 base. So you're 50, he's 60, but you're playing on 1 base for an extended period of time. You will need to make correct decision after correct decision after correct decision by avoiding a full blowout fight where you're 50 versus 60. You want to avoid your main from dying, which means you want to have overpopulation burrows so that you can go over 50 anytime it's needed. So 6 burrows, but you're only on 50 pop. You need fortified, maybe a tower. You want to know when he's coming for your base so that when he goes to attack you, you can still make a headhunter, a raider, and a walker, or a catapult, raider, and a walker. First catapult should never come before the 50 pop is reached. First catapult, first Kodo can only be made post 50. Otherwise, there's not enough meat to protect them. And in fact, usually after 60, but not, at least not before 50.
Okay.
So we can play a no upkeep game with rat, but ratting is only good when the opponent has no more valuable propositions to engage in when you're doing the little dance of movement. So with lots of creeps on the map, ratting can be a little tough to be valuable. So usually the way that starts is first by emptying the map, trying to get your share of the creeps. So the way it would look like, you creep this, you creep all kinds of things. You fortify your burrows, you put a peon here to know when he's coming for you, or maybe you put a peon here to definitely know when he's coming for you because it covers all three sides. Right? You make sure that you don't get caught in a cyclone trap without speed scroll. Like right now, he's dead in the water if he ever gets caught. No speed scroll. And then eventually, you can save up 1,800 gold on 50 pop, and then you go double kata, Kodo Raider, triple walker, you know, and another troll, and then boom, you go from 50 straight to 75.
Yeah.
And then you can fight, and then you can win by just taking your catapults in a group alone, and doing tap, 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 tap on all the talents.
Yeah.
And you make sure everything is linked. Even if your raiders are kind of hitting demon, it's kind of okay. You just use your raiders constantly to ensnare demon to make sure you never get mana burned. Heal wave, heal wave, heal wave, mirror image, demo shooting talents, large, just giant large fight with, and he has to keep moving because demos are shooting his talents.
Yeah.
That's very far in the future. The other thing you can do is you can go for an expansion. You clear your expo, you get fortified defenses. This works only if you have good lumber. He's in fact making a peon, so I think he's thinking about a future expansion. Ratting is even better if you're on 2 bases and he's on 1.
Yeah, there's more pressure.
Yeah. And then he has to start deciding, do I defend my base or do I cancel your expo? Which is much better than a 1 versus 1 base rat, where every time you attack, he drives you away, you lose a unit maybe, you speed scroll away. You go here and you're kind of ontluisterd. You don't really know what to do because you just left his base, he's in his base, you leave either left or bot. If you go left, it's like, I need to do something now. I can't attack into him again. Hit and run means not fighting.
Yeah.
And I know he's in his base. So then you try to creep this. Then he will chase you. Then you run. Then he decides, I go for your main. You say, okay, I go for your main, right?
Yeah.
But the problem is, if you hit and run from below, he defends. Then he takes this. And he keeps his demon here. And then you come in again, you fight this demon, you try to hit and run, he staffs his Naga home, Demon Naga, he finishes this up. The problem is, if every time you run, he gets a measure of value. And so that's why it's better to empty the map a bit more before starting hit and run, so that there really isn't alternative value. And then you make it about your expo versus his map movement. So let's see what Soin ends up going for.
Ooh.
Fortified defenses, bring a peon. He decided to go for the expo route. So your first response, once I talked about all the types of advantages, was, I think we need to do a bit of ratting. Soin agrees and is deciding not to just play on no upkeep, but also he needs an expo. And I agree with him too. You cannot just do 1 base ratting. Many times when I lose a game against Elf, people remember many of my great rat games from the past. They're like, why didn't you rat him? Why didn't you base trade? But it doesn't work if you don't have an expansion, because you're mining the same amount.
Why wouldn't you just rat him though?
It's just rat him, just base trade.
Just base trade, bro. You stupid.
No, but, no, but it makes sense that they think of that because they've seen it work. But the conditions to make it work has to be from a position of economic superiority. Otherwise, you're doing more damage to self than to him. So he's going to attack again. He's bringing all his wisps. He's getting Nature's Blessing, bringing double tree. I don't know why he has triple wind. I think he has triple wind because he wanted to catch up from his slow tech. Always hire Berserker against Elf. Any matchup. If you're
Even against the Dryad, man? Or Bear?
I think so. It's just a very good unit. Like when you calculate the DPS, it's high.
Is it 3 supply?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever hired one in like my entire life.
Sure, yeah. As an undead, you used to be undead.
Yeah.
You never get this guy.
Yeah.
But he's actually more DPS than a rifleman for almost the same price. 30 gold more. Well, that's like 12% more cost. And he has 33% more DPS than a rifle. Very valuable. So look, he's starting the base trade. He's got the fortified burrow. Elf is kind of not aware. He's making a blunder by not knowing about this. And he starts the base trade. Basically, your answer was correct. Note how he does it. He has no speed scroll. This is a big problem. Note also that he does not have Hex. He started with Heal Wave against the pressure. I've seen you pick Hex every single game. This is not like horrible, but sometimes when you're getting pressured and you're already low against this type of ranged army all-in, it is indeed better to open Heal Wave.
Okay.
And this also, Heal Wave is always the #1 spell for Shadow, but you don't always pick it first. Let's say it's usually the most important spell. It's also the one you always get.
Yeah.
Hex Snakes, I've done it sometimes. It's kind of a specialist choice. It's a bit hard. Usually it's either Hex Heal or Snake Heal. And because of that, opening Heal is generally a pretty safe bet if you feel like it is valuable in that moment. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, that was so sick. He saw the Keeper raising his arm for Entangle. It has a casting time. And he raised his own arms for Disenchant so that it would hit, bam, the second. But then he saw the Entangle didn't happen, so he canceled the animation.
Very high level.
Very high level stuff.
He's gonna lose something though, isn't he?
So that was pretty sick by Lil DC. He gets an Entangle, he gets a Cyclone, he disenchants, then he entangles this. Walker went for another raised arm disenchant, which looks like this. But he Cycloned it before he could disenchant, which guarantees the Raider. The Raider will definitely already die. And you see how even Entangle, when you try to immediately surround it, it's still getting value. Here he went for an Entangle so he can get a mana burn on the Shadow, not because he thinks he can get the kill. Pretty cool moves by Lil DC. I don't like this going without a speed scroll, but he did actually run and bought a TP during all this. When he was running here, he got a TP and ran again. Oh, this is really smart. That's gonna be a cancel. So in my opinion, Lil DC wins this because this hit and run has not really. Well, he stopped unit production. He killed 2 Moonwells, 3 now. That was not a cancel. So he's capped at 46. But the only way that really is valuable is if he could take a follow-up fight and be at 60 himself already. But he's at 44, and his Expo got cancelled, so this is horrible. It is cool to kill those Moonwells, though. At this point, he should try to see if he can get another Forest Troll Berserker. He lost one. When I meet this army now, let's say if Lil DC moved up, I would quickly click all the heroes and see who is the weakest. This is the only weak spot. If he fights, taking down Talon after Talon, especially considering there might still be Talon production, he loses. Demon is too tanky, but Naga and Keeper are the weak ones. So I would just put all my Raiders Blade Shadow in group 1 now, Walkers in the other group, and then if I see this, I'll be like, bam, click him, and snare, focus, and snare. There's no staff, there's no TP. There's no way he sees this and goes for Talons. You cannot win this against Talons. You need to focus hero. The snakes will focus Talons. So now this is very terrible position by the Talon guy. Now you can go for Talons. This is actually why sometimes it's hard to guide you with micro during the games, because the situation changes so rapidly.
Fast, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a lot of
The Talons are in
experience.
bad spots. So what I see here is that 3 Talons should die relatively soon. This one, and this one. Via ensnares and snakes. We're actually going to watch this from Soin perspective, so you can see his unit control. Notice? Do you notice something?
No. Yeah, I mean, I know
Raiders are selected, Blade Shadow are not.
they're just
That
idling.
means, no, it means that Raiders are in a group by themselves. That means that he can A-move this kind of in, and then he can press his Raider group and click on things and then snare things. Because if Raiders are in the same group as your heroes, you need to do tap, tap, and snare.
Yeah. So you're running from the side with these bad boys. Poof, poof.
Walkers are selected, but hero is not. Shadow. So he is working with 3 control groups. This is making his micro better. Every time he'll take his group 2, Raider, and snare Demon. Every 3 seconds. And snare Demon, and snare Demon, and snare Demon. So he takes his Raiders, right click, and snare Demon. Then he runs away, attack this, and snare Demon. Right? Make Snake, and snare Demon. Because if you start getting mana burned, and Demon DPS is being unloaded on your Raiders, you lose this. But because Elf position was terrible, and because he can control the Demon with the amount of Raiders he actually has a chance here.
What is the
But is
cooldown
the-
on the end snare?
The cooldown is 16 seconds, the duration is 10, but only 3 on hero. So every 3 seconds you ensnare, and if you have... if you have 6 Raiders, you can perma ensnare.
Yeah.
He's making sure that he doesn't get mana burned. If you can have up to 6 snakes at the same time. Notice how the snakes are attacking Archer, because the Archer is a threat to it, but they would
Yeah.
never be attacking Talon without help.
Yeah. Yeah, he's busy ensnaring the hero the entire time.
With Raiders, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Nice heal scroll.
He's running away to make sure he gets 90 mana, and then he can quickly do another spell. Ensnare. The snakes are not attacking the right thing. You should double click the snakes and hit this Talon here.
This one.
I saw something in his control. Look, everything is selected. What do you think that is? Either he box selected, or he has recalibrated his groups as the situation has changed. Right now, because we're talking about in-out movement, it is faster to be in one group.
Mm-hmm.
So during the main fight, 3 groups to do purposeful micro. But then as the fight breaks down to a more of a positional fight, you quickly do this, press Ctrl 1. Now everything is in group 1. That means he can very rapidly react to things. Otherwise you're like, 1, 2, 3 in, 1, 2, 3 out. It's too slow.
Mm-hmm.
But in fact, he is still box selecting. Okay, unless he just left click this Raider. I think everything is in group 1. And he left click the Raider.
We
It's all in
survived.
group 1. Yeah, he survived. Because he fought next to shop, because the talents had bad position, because he controlled the demon, and because he made snakes non-stop. And next to shop is a really big deal. Because he basically can't run out of mana, even if he gets mana burned all the time. So yeah, he survived. And of course, Lil DC had 2,000 gold during this. He completely didn't macro because of the dead moonwells. So this is partially how you win against Elf, is because they just didn't do anything else for 3 minutes. I got him.
And it's number 3.
My bad. I'll stay neutral. I'll try to stay more neutral. So normally, if Lil DC had actually left and was started to creep, you would bring over peons and you would go quad tower or something. The problem is, if you let this get to endgame, they will move their tree and you can't move your Great Hall.
Ah, yeah, it's like with Terran. They just fly over.
Yeah. And it can still work, because when the tree is here and the double wind and they're camping it because they know they have the economic advantage, you can still do hit and run, especially if you have TC second, but you can still do it. You can clean up their moonwells
Yeah.
and make sure you have pillage for that.
Ready to ride.
Yeah.
Right, so he cleans this up. He's going to want a tower most like. He could actually decide no longer to rely on towers, but to just go to a big army, because he's well set up for it. He's got 50 with overpop capacity, and he's got bank. So he could just try to go for a 65 pop army. And in fact, now that he's seen Elf, he should instantly produce. I would just focus Naga here. Looks like he's just focusing Demon, even though he's very tanky. It's okay considering the positioning. Now he's just controlling the Demon again. Making sure Raiders are trying to hit talents. Going for the Demon. Alright, this is a get the fuck out fight by Soin. He only killed 1 Talon, and he lost 2 Raiders. But he made a TP happen, and he wanted the... actually deliberately focused the TP holding hero to make him get out so that he could start this. Smart, no? You still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm just
Yeah.
taking in all the information.
It's smart.
It is.
He knows there's probably an expo, and he knew if even if he has a good fight that goes on for 60 seconds, he cannot start his towers. So he decided to make it a quick fight. If you want a quick fight, focus the TP hero. If you want a long fight, go for the units. He was not building for a cast efficient fight because he wants to make sure that he can match the expo. Oh, he killed Mauler as well. That's true. He killed Mauler and a Talon for double Raider.
Ancient of Mars.
So he has stopped microing properly, let's say. He's not going for the Talons. He's just focusing Demon because it's the easiest thing to focus, and Walkers only have 400 range. And the reason he feels he can do that, most likely, is because Talons have 0 mana. And he has still a lot of mana. So he can just focus him. The moment his blade is next, he can just do it. You know, you can just do a disenchant now if you think you're going to get cycloned. Because most likely they're going to do it. Except there's almost no mana, so he doesn't need to do it. You can do premeditated cyclones when you're hero focusing to make sure you get as much time damaging him as possible. Make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, these snakes are never attacking the right thing.
No, he's not microing them.
Yeah.
You need to be in very good daily shape to do it properly.
Yeah, it seems rough. Oh, we get a Berserker.
Yeah, he's going to sync it up with his next unit production. First, he wants to do some heal solve clarity, and then when he's up to 500-600 gold, he will hire and go over at the same time.
Nice.
Nope, he just made a Berserker and went straight over with nothing else. He thinks he's out of time,
Your building is
and he's not wrong. So he actually did a very good job not being greedy.
With towers,
So
you're
he's
just
try-
right-clicking the talons, right? At the start, shift clicking.
You should go on the talents with the towers, yes. But what he's doing right now is actually one of the key ways to fight against Talon. So by branching off several units to kill Talon by Talon, but also continuing DPS on their main melee heroes, you are microing essentially in 2 ways. You could put everything on Demon, but then you will surely not kill units. The Demon will live with Potion or Staff or TP pass over, whatever. And so your maximum result is that you lose units for no units.
Yeah.
You could only go for units, but usually when you do that, Demon gets to pick whatever he wants and attack it and burn it, etc.
Yeah.
And eventually, what happens if you go for 10 talents in a row is that Keeper, Orb of Venom Naga, Demon Orb of Venom, they will do so much damage that by the time you've killed all the talents, you'll be left with a 20% life blade, an empty mana shadow, and you won't have enough oomph left for the heroes. So this is a very slow discovery that sometimes in a fight you want to focus hero, sometimes you want to focus talent, but sometimes you want to do both at the same time so that you're working towards both because you need to get started on it. So that's actually what he's doing here. He's getting damage on the demon. The walkers cannot reach this talent. In order to reach this talent in the middle, they would need to stand here, which opens them up for mana burn, target fire, etc. So he's saying like, okay, I got good damage on the demon. Let's just keep doing that, and I'll get a couple of raiders that keep ensnaring the demon to continue that, but they're gonna right-click the talents. And they're not doing a great job. Notice how the raiders aren't really getting very good hits. This raider's hitting a treant, this raider walking here, this raider's hitting another talent. But the idea is correct at least.
Quick question. Would
Yeah.
you put your berserkers in the same group as the raiders?
I would never do that. I've tried it. I don't like it because they just are supposed to behave very differently.
Okay.
Lin puts all 4 Astral Berserkers with walkers.
Okay.
The problem with that is when you right-click a fairy dragon, the walkers will melee the fairy dragon underneath it because it's magic immune.
Yeah.
That's how he does it. I usually put walkers in group 1 but I find any implementation of their use unsatisfactory. I don't feel like it's 100% perfect.
Yeah.
So I think the Lin method is fine. I have sometimes done Raider first Troll Berserker together. You can also do them in one, which is your auto attack.
Yeah.
Just like your A move army. So you have to find what's most comfy for you. Here he invulns the blade to guarantee non-stop DPS on demon. Unfortunate.
This was a rough fight, no?
Yeah, that's not a good fight. That was not good at all.
Yeah.
And in fact, either the follow-up is most likely going to be Chimera or Bears. After a fight like that, where you got dominated by Talons in the late game on 2 bases, you should expect the next fight to be Cyclone, but to be Chimera or Bears.
Okay.
And that's in fact what's happening. He's making Hunter's Hall. Even though he's down to 1 base already.
Right, there's an extra gold mine here. I was wondering where this tree was going.
This is a new version of Echo.
Yeah.
Our warriors have engaged.
Cool addition.
Yeah, it's a very cool addition. They made like 4 big improvements. They added these 2 camps so that people that vie for the marketplace have hobbies.
Yeah.
Uitwijkpunten. This is the tiebreaker gold mine to stop the extreme turtle fiesta of 2 base mining until the gold mines are empty.
Yeah.
And then they created more flow towards the turtle camp, which before was a death trap and now has fluidity past the other side.
Yeah.
It makes it more possible to go for the camp without feeling like you're always just sacrificing your position.
Very cool.
Some good changes.
Yeah. Oh, this is a fierce army, no?
Yeah. And so now you see the army you described. 4 walkers, 6 raiders, 2 berserkers. Pretty much exactly what you described. And what should happen is that he makes a catapult. 62 is a great moment to make a catapult. There's his first Kodo, just like you said.
Yeah.
And this should be a kata.
Driving past 60, you get your Kodo, and then you get your kata.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense.
By the way, mirror image spirit link. You know, do you know that illusions take double damage?
Yes.
Mirror image spirit link means that your image will take double damage and then spread that double damage to the other people.
So that's negative for us.
That's a negative. So usually you link up your whole army, then you spirit link, then you mirror image. Yeah.
That is good information.
It also means that something like a Purge Dispel will spread 225 damage on your whole army. Because in that moment, he was linked. Even though the Purge removes the link, this was the worst invul I've ever seen. Alright, very important during these moments to target the Berserkers on the Fairy Dragons.
Okay.
And the Snakes as well.
Snakes.
Because the Fairy Dragon does so much damage every time walkers do a disenchant. Notice again how he's going for both Talons and the Demon.
Yeah.
It's a good technique. You never want to focus on one at the mid to late game with bigger armies.
This is much harder, like these fights, if there's a factory pumping the little pricks, though.
Yeah. Factory these days is heavy armor. They changed the armor type. It used to be medium. Medium meant you should kill it with grunts. But you know how much grunts suck against Talons.
Yeah, massive.
And so this is one of the nerfs that was done to this build. Is that you don't have grunts, so you never leverage the bonus damage against factory. In fact, forests do less damage against factory. Forest Troll Berserkers. But now that it's heavy, walkers are the true killer of factory.
Yeah. We magic him down.
So you take your whole range squad, whatever your groups are, take your range squad, kill the factory, and let your raiders kill Talons. Don't send your raiders into factory.
Okay, I like that. How did he lose his demon hunter?
Night Elf.
He's unbelievable.
Night Elf is making double lore, and then before you make any use of it, is to go for an all-in fight.
He has a third base? Or I guess
right before using your third or your lores, that's where you go for an all-in fight into towers. That's the Night Elf way. Don't try to question it.
Unbelievable.
Ah, the great outdoors.
Imagine Orc going for tier 3 double lodge research Bloodlust, and then go for an all-in. You will definitely lose.
It's gonna be a rough game. Do we ever get Bloodlust?
Not against Elf,
Okay.
usually.
Do we get it in any matchup? No, right?
In the Orc Mirror, in fact, is the best. Because Orc is the weakest against magic. That's why they can play this talent shit.
Yeah.
So it can be nice, like Orc Mirror, Blade, Shadow, Grunt, Shaman against Farseer, Firelord, Rush, right?
Or
I don't know if
Mirror, Blade.
I don't know if you've played against Farseer, Firelord where you go 1 Rax, 1 Lodge.
No, I haven't.
Ah, okay, so that's actually what you should do. When you are Blade against Farseer, you make non-stop grunts and you go only Lodge and you make 2-3 Shamans and then Shaman upgrade.
Really?
This is far more resilient against all Farseer, Firelord, Tower Rush. It's far more better to have 5 grunts, 2 Shaman than to have 2 grunts, a Raider with a Snare and a Walker.
Raiders suck.
Yeah. So this is actually how to play against Farseer, Firelord. With Rush.
And what if it's just Farseer? Do I still get the Spirit Lodge in Orc Mirror?
If it's Farseer, remember what I said about scaling?
He scales poorly.
Which means
That I want longer games.
you have to stay alive, which
And-
means you're not being greedy with your tech, and you're making as many units from a Rax as possible.
Okay.
So when he is Farseer, he must, in some form, cheese or damage you.
Okay.
Or, like the guy just now, take an expansion and go Must Wyvern, which I didn't know
Yeah.
that people do this. But that's how he uses Farseer in order to build up a small lead, because
Yeah.
Farseer has more units. Farseer is like a time-buying, money-saving mechanic.
Yeah.
So what is he going towards which can beat you? It's not one base fair play. It's going to be some kind of rush or
Yeah.
2 base.
He's not getting Spirit Walker, Grunt, Raider, Kodo.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's gonna
Exactly.
play like
He's
a
not
loser.
doing that because it could work sometimes with TC second, but generally it's not, right? So you're making as many grunts as you can. Shaman, which do a faster dispel. Shaman dispel comes out earlier. Shaman takes 30 seconds. Walker's 35. Shaman comes out with dispel. Walker needs a 1-minute upgrade. So when they're coming with Lava Spawn, Ferrous Spirit level 2, you want to have Shaman, not Walker.
Do we eat the lava spawns or the wolves first? Surely lava spawn.
First Lava Spawn.
Yeah.
Lava Spawn needs 14 hits to split. We want to kill it. It's 1 purge plus 1 or 2 hits.
Okay.
And so in that matchup, when you are Grunt Shaman and it transitions regardless, they didn't attack or you held off the attack, you can hit tier 3. You are Blade Shadow, you go TC 3rd, you get Bloodlust, or you go Pitlord 3rd and get Howl of Terror against Masked Berserkers.
I love that.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Pitlor's my favorite hero, I think, in the game.
It's very cool.
Yeah, he looks like a real gangster.
Mirror Image is quite good in these situations. It's just distracting talents a lot.
Yeah. If you have, it's not like in StarCraft, right? Where if you have vision of the illusions, but like dust or the owl
Correct.
of the.
You will never know which one is real based on looks.
Oh, that's beautiful. A true illusion. The
Yeah, true
magicians
illusion.
intended it. I guess Bladestorm. I don't think I've seen that in a while. That's wild.
Bladestorm got buffed 110 DPS to 140 recently last year.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we
Which
never saw it, right?
Yeah, we literally didn't pick it more than half the time because it wasn't worth the mana, the cooldown, or the damage.
Yeah. Ridiculous. Okay. I'm actually gonna rewatch the VOD tomorrow before I do anything, I think.
How do you feel?
My brain is in recovery mode. Taking all these high level ideas again.
I went hard today on you.
Yeah, it was a lot. We played very little games, but the elf game, it opened my eyes. Also, watching that replay opened my eyes.
Which one?
The elf game.
This one just now? Or
No. This one, it was very useful, specifically against talents, but the first 6 minutes against everything.
Oh yeah, the
Because
elf that was allowed to walk out of your base, but he was random elf, so you were a bit behind.
No,
but
no,
you
no,
learned
just-
a lot about scouting.
The way you move grunts and the way you think about interactions. Because I had no frame of reference for interactions at all. In StarCraft 2, I look at economy and like value in fights, right? So if I have better eco in StarCraft and I take a fight that is in ratio with my economy, then it's fine usually. But here, it's a lot
Yes.
about XP. Like it's not at all so much about. Like you're not really looking. Oh, I lost a grunt and he a dude. It's like time and there's a lot of other stuff.
Yeah. You're probe counting. You're counting the exchanges, how many stalkers were made, how many stalkers were lost.
Yeah, like where's the gas going, that type of stuff. But here it's
There's the new dimension of which creep camp could he make it in the next 12 seconds? Which direction has he gone? Is there anything there that he could possibly want? No, there's nothing of value. Oh, so he must be coming for me. So different way-ins, right?
Yeah, and I noticed that when I was watching replays, it was very difficult to figure out what I'm looking at exactly.
I felt the same when studying Dota. I just felt lost and blank sometimes.
Yeah.
Just don't know what to look at. So you're seeing the pretty pictures and you're watching it and you kind of appreciate good plays, but you can't see the different elements coming together and why things are happening.
Yeah. I think maybe I need to study a little bit more very slow gameplay of the high-level players.
I recommend half-speed fights. I always did that. You watch a pro replay, half-speed fight, and watch it another time.
Yeah.
Watch what he selects, and also pause before every fight and make a spreadsheet of what items you have, what items he has, or whoever you're following. Could be Linen against Colorful, right? And then see how many consumables have each got, how many permanents have each got. Therefore, what should be the plan? When do you think heal scroll should be used? How can we get the most out of heal scroll? We have a wand of mana steal. How can he get the most out of wand of mana steal? Pause it before the fight. Make a prediction how you think Lin should micro it, right?
Yeah.
And then once you've established that, you think of a second way he could micro it. You think of his win condition. I think he wants to defend his expansion. Or I think he wants to do a 60 pop all in, right? Think of the win condition before every fight so that you can understand what his goals are. And then you come up with a way of the fight. So we always have to have a reason in Warcraft 3 to fight.
Yeah.
Understand the win con allows you to understand the reason, allows you to understand the micro goal. Once you've reasoned all of that out, only then are you allowed to watch the fight. If you watch the fight without, it's no different than being in the cinema watching Jumanji.
Yeah, you're there for entertainment.
That's fine. Like, you can watch for entertainment. But if you are trying to learn, you are not allowed to be entertained.
Yeah, I'm not interested in Jack Black and The Rock.
Yeah. We're watching Bruce Lee and Mike Tyson.
Exactly. All right, sick. Yeah, this was a lot.
Good luck. I overloaded you.
But
you needed it because we only got 3 weeks left.
Yeah, I know.
We can ask for an extension. Maybe the gods will be merciful.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I think it should be fine. This was I reached my own personal goal for the week. My goal was to be above 1620 pretty consistently, and I was above 1620 consistently. For next Tuesday, which is the 2 week mark, I want to have at least hit 1700 at some point.
Yeah.
I think that is a fair goal. I don't really care how I get there. If it's 7 orc mirrors in a row, which is most definitely my best matchup at the moment, then I'll be happy with it. But
by the way, don't usually buy boots in orc mirror. It's better to expedite the fastest possible 50 pop Kodo army.
Okay.
So I saw in an orc mirror you bought the boots
every single time. Oh yeah. It's always there. We buy circlets though, don't we?
Circlet is better than boots.
Okay.
And yeah, I think buying boots is very situational. It used to be meta. Let's try to get used to not buying it because you've become addicted to it.
In every matchup, we don't buy it?
Almost, well, it depends. If it has become a cat and mouse game where the opponent is weak, then we can get boots. For instance, you had a game against that orc with the Farseer, right? Who ended up expanding.
Yeah.
Remember when you got his Farseer to 30% life?
Yeah.
And then I bait you to check his main?
And he didn't have a shop.
That's where you could have bought boots, but by the time I could formulate the thought, you were already past the shop.
Yeah.
I wanted to tell to you that it would have been okay to get boots there. Now, remember when I asked you to use the grunt to see where he is, distract him, etc.? And you said you see where he is, but you only saw one grunt, and the Farseer got lost. And then eventually we found out that the Farseer crept a very small green cap next to his main at the bottom.
Yeah.
Right? So if you keep eye of the Farseer with the grunt, and you know he's 30% life, you can walk your blade to the shop, buy boots, right-click the Farseer, and close your eyes.
Yeah.
hypothetically, right? Theoretically.
Yeah, you still have to do
and-
something. Yeah.
But now, why did we get the boots? 1, it's because he's low. 2, therefore it's cat and mouse. 3, hasn't got the shop. So 4, we will force the TP. And then 5, we keep a grunt in his main when he TPs. We see where he is. We follow him. And Blade will find the Farseer and kill him. Now we've got a full reason for why we're getting the boots.
Yeah.
But just getting boots so we can run from here to there faster does not connect with your overarching game plan, because now maybe that boots delayed your totem, but you won't connect the fact in your head because boots is part of the build. I'll make totem whenever I can.
Exactly.
But
Yeah,
it is actually delaying things. Maybe you could make a war mill instead of boots and make sure that you go Kodo before your first raider, which is very useful when you get rushed, right? So it just opens up other options.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Boots,
makes a lot
cat
of
and
sense.
mouse, yes. I would say buy boots 10 to 20% of the time max in the current meta. And the reason is we're double burrow teching. In the past, we would we're single burrow teching. In the past, we would double burrow tech, which delayed our tech by about 40 seconds, which means we have 400 gold more to work with.
So then we boots.
We boots because we got money anyway.
Yeah, makes
We're
sense.
spending money on Totem Bestiary 400 gold later.
Yeah.
And so we have nothing else to spend it on. But now that we're one burrow teching, we have 400 gold less. And then if you buy boots, you have another 200 gold less, right? So now you don't have much to go on anymore for your tech and your second hero, etc.
Yeah.
So a little bit less boots, and then try to remember your win condition, and then build everything around that. So am I expanding? In short, you can narrow it down to 3. Am I expanding? Am I rushing all inning him? Or am I just creeping and going value into the game, which is usually it's associated with no upkeep for a bit and then going over.
Yeah.
Pick one of those 3, expand, rush, or creep, and then build everything else around it.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for your hard work. You've been improving. I overload you, but hopefully over the coming days, some of it will release itself.
Yeah, and it's
back
nice.
into-
If we get a lot, then I can just watch it back as well. So
Yeah.
like I kind of forgot about the entire building, so that's what I'll watch back tomorrow. Just the
like
general
base
plans.
layouts and stuff. You
Yeah.
can watch that part. All right, cool. Good job, Harstem. I'm proud of you. I'll see you next time.
Thank you. I'll see you next time. Have a nice evening.
Have a nice evening.
Ciao, ciao.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're out, ladies and gentlemen. Whew. Yeah. I want to make some quick shout outs. First of all, to my man Cat Persist, who sent money about 4 hours ago. Shout out to you. Then there's a bunch of people that followed, but I never do follow shout outs because that's a lot of work. I saw a bunch of subs as well. Let's see if I can shout those out. Before we do that, though, my new video on YouTube will be live right now. So I will just throw that open here. If you say, I haven't had enough Harstem yet, it was only 9.5 hours today. I have another 29 minutes and 7 seconds just for you, my dear friends. High level play. Let's see. Today we're starting off again. Yeah, banging. Video works. Yeah, and we'll be back tomorrow. Does Harstem have a Discord server? Yeah, I have a Discord server. I can link it to you, buddy. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow in about, let's say 12 hours from now. Hey? That should be good. Cheap. Discord server is here. YouTube video above. All right. I got some subs today. Let me see. That's what I wanted to shout out. Rorik Rot, thanks for the sub. Back to WarCraft, thanks for the raid. Micro Bobs, thanks for the sub. Uduntu, thanks for the resub. Phoenix Gitzo as well, thanks for the Twitch Prime. All right, that's it. I'm out. Yeah, that's it. Tomorrow we'll be back. Starting with some WarCraft 3, then some StarCraft 2. I think that's it. Ciao, ciao.